Here we go again. I mean, this is the truth show, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. I mean, this is the truth show. Oh, yes.
Okay, hello everyone. Hello. How you doing? We're just gonna wait for more people to come in the room. This was a random chat here. Alrighty. Welcome. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the comment section. Hello, I'm about to say Tuesday. This Thursday, I guess early or late afternoon. I'm not even sure. It's only 2:48 here, so I'm not sure what time it is down there where you guys are at. But welcome. And in this show, don't worry if you guys want to come up and co-host with me. I am definitely glad here. The subjects that we are going to discuss, I'll let you know here. There is the links right there if you want to come up and talk a little bit. There you go. But just to let you know, the subjects we're going to talk about on Today the Truth Show. We're diving deep into some hot topics. We'll be discussing Trump's involvement with the Epstein list and his various media scandals. Then we'll shift gears to Brad Pitt and the secrets he's been keeping. Not too dirty secrets because, you know, it is Brad Pitt and I have to do a deep dive within Brad Pitt. Oh, DC 548. Okay. Wow. Goodness. 3 hours ahead of me. And then finally, we explore the often overlooked truth about Black people being, well, you know what? We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, here are your warnings.
Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy.
All right, thank you for staying throughout that. Okay, and today's hot topics here. First, we are going to talk about politics. Yes, we're going to talk about politics and the subject of politics in terms of Donald Trump here. As many of you should know, Donald Trump is steeped into this Epstein scandal, a scandal that he is desperately trying to avoid, despite the evidence, a scandal that we need to take a closer look at. I mean, if we think about it, was Trump responsible for killing Epstein? We all know what a good liar he is. He's been doing it for years. I made several videos about Epstein, but for some reason, and I don't know why, for some reason, these videos that I used to do, they used to tell me I couldn't do them. Just like, you can't do these videos about him. You can't do the videos about him. And they strike them down and took him down immediately. I cannot do any dang on videos about him. Seriously, they strike them down every single freaking time. I'm not kidding you, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I try to do a video about Epstein, they strike it down. So I take all my Epstein videos down. It was crazy. I don't know who did it. I don't know. It makes you wonder if there's someone at the YouTube headquarters is affiliated with Epstein, because apparently they are so passionate about making sure that the subject at hand of Epstein is not spreaded. But we're willing and able for them, you know, for them to allow us to talk about, you know, the Diddy's and R. Kelly's and the Cosby's and things of that nature. But Epstein is like, oh, it's on sacred ground. I never understood that in a million freaking years. Why can't we talk about Epstein? But it's okay to talk about any other freaking subject. Never understood that ever. Never freaking understood that. All right. Anyway, so furthermore, we need to take this into consideration. Exactly, Sir Johnson. Jeffrey Epstein was a wealthy financier, as we know. And guess what else he was? I know this may take some people by surprise. He also was an Aquarius. Yes, Epstein was an Aquarius. Yes. So still, by him being an Aquarius, that means it'll be an extra layer of cosmic energy to make people more attracted to the story, infatuated with the story, and sometimes obsessed, depending on a person's mental ability. So again, this story isn't going anywhere. Heck, we're just getting started. So this convicted man of sex crimes died in jail in 2019 under suspicious circumstances. Many believe he was murdered to protect powerful figures, such as Donald Trump. Now, we all know Donald Trump had a past friendship with Epstein. Though he later distanced himself, he once called Epstein, and this is a fact, Epstein a great guy. Although he has convenient amnesia to think, oh my gosh, you know, I never said that. This was in the past. This was in the past. Just like your blonde hair was in the past, the black hair in the past. No, it wasn't in the past. Trump just don't want anyone to bring that up because it makes him look bad. You know, he has convenient amnesia or whatever the hell you want to call it. That's basically what Trump's problem is. He don't want you to out him, so he'll deny, and then have his people cover it up. And the people who are covering it up are going to be the ones who's going to get in trouble at the end, like anyone else who helped them cover up shit during his presidency. So I hope all these people are ready to lose their jobs in 2 years, because that's exactly what the fuck's going to happen. So again, he once called Epstein a terrific guy and acknowledged Epstein's interest in younger women. Trump's administration initially promised transparency and the release of the Epstein-related files, did they not? Including a rumored client list of elites involving in trafficking. But recently, the DOJ and FBI declared that no such a list exists. Like, it wasn't no list. What you talking about? It was never a list. This was just all a conspiracy. So that's telling me that all this time he was talking about a list, he was just saying it to get votes, which we already knew. I mean, he had no plans on releasing this list any goddamn way. So he basically just was saying that to get votes. But we know there is a fucking list, but we all know that he's on that list, and that's why he's not trying to release this list. I mean, we were on boring yesterday. Okay, so recently the DOJ and FBI declared there was no such list exists, and no further disclosures are warranted. Now, why is this story explosive? The MAGA backlash is getting heightened. 70% of the MAGA people think he's covering up something, and they starting to lose interest. I guess it took them all this to finally realize this man is a con man, a pedophile, and a rapist. I guess now they're like, oh my gosh, he really is. Seriously? It took you all this time to realize that? What are you, sipping stupid juice? So, the MAGA backlash. Trump's own base is furious. Many feel betrayed by the reversal, especially after years of being told the truth will come out. Influencers like Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer are calling for resignations and special counsels. So they actually calling for Trump to resign because of his lies pertaining to the Epstein scandal. Now, would Trump resign? Probably not. You know, he seemed to be getting away with so much shit thus far. I don't have no faith in the justice system at all. Just being real here. So polls show distrust. Nearly 70% of Americans, and it has increased since the last time we talked about it, is saying that Trump is hiding something related to this Epstein stuff. Just a moment. I drink some water because I have to cough. Just a moment. Sorry about that. Regarding this Epstein stuff. Even among Republicans, a majority suspect a cover-up, political fallout. Trump's approval rating on this issue are at a record low. Some strategists warn this could cost Republican seats in the 2026 midterm. You think? Oh, they have stumped their entire fucking party. I hope they know that. The House and the Senate are completely obliterated. They are obliterated. They are no longer even in the ruling or in the runs anymore. The Republican Party has literally shown their true colors within this year time on how mean and evil and divided they are. They don't care about saying equality and care at the same time. They don't care about equality. They don't care about diversity. They don't care about immigration, even though they're descendants of immigrants themselves. They don't care about anything. They are very selfish, very, very selfish. It's very selfish. And they are literally detached from reality. They're not trying to move forward with our society and our demographic so we can catch up with the Chinas and Dubai and all these other places. We can't do that if we have people so strategically trying to keep us held back, trying to continuously take us back. We're supposed to be a free democracy without king ruling so we could move forward. We can't do that if we have old fuckers like the Republicans so freaking determined to keep us held back, erasing Black history, erasing progress because it's not their people being praised. Who the hell cares who's doing it? Long as it has been done, who the fuck cares? We're supposed to be a big team here, despite race. It's supposed to be my race did it first, my race did it better. Who cares who did it first, who did it better? Who cares? My people don't care about that. We are not racist people. We just don't like race. Let me take that back. We like all racists, okay? We just don't like racist people, okay? And that could be any race. So, again, my people, even though I mix with a lot of different genealogies, but we just gonna, say color, Negro, Black, whatever, for just argument's sake. We are not racist people. A lot of us don't have a racist bone in our body. We just don't like racist people. But we do like white people. We love you. We love every race. But the Republican is seriously stuck in a time zone that no longer exists. How are we supposed to move forward with technology? You know how much progress we could be at right now if it wasn't for these fucking old-fashioned Jim Crow Republicans? These sexist, biased, hypocrite Republicans trying to keep us backwards, trying to take us 50 years back, cutting out PBS, cutting out Department of Education, cutting out affordable health care, not because it's needed, it's because they just don't like the person who started it. What kind of shit is that? That is the most stupidest, childish, high schoolist, dumb freaking thing I've heard in my entire life. Screw that it may help your senior citizen, older people that you may know, but you don't like it because the person who started it did it? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my freaking life. This childish behavior needs to freaking stop. It needs to stop. And they have to go. They have to go because they are not with the demographic. They are not with justice or equality. What they are with at the current moment is themselves. And they have to go because they're not trying to move forward. They're trying to go backwards. We need to move forward. Oh, sorry, I had to get that off my chest. So, in the 2026 midterms, they are gone. Hold on a second. I'll play this clip in just a moment. So, yes. So, the scandal isn't just political, it's karmic. It's dredging up hidden truth and abuse of power. The shadow side of elite networks echoing themes of secrecy. Just a second. My husband just be texting me like he losing his fucking mind. Anyway, so the shadow side of elite networks echoing themes of secrecy, manipulation, and spiritual reckoning. A collective demand for justice, and transparency, aligning with your resonance. Okay, so my resonance, who I like to not give praise to, give honor to, because there was justice, there was honor, equality, is Shango, Oya, Mayet, Thoth, yada yada yada, and Inky. Those are some of the ancient entities that I sometimes don't give praise to, but ask for it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is, in this new age of Aquarius, those are going to be the prominent, dominant entities. You might want to check them out. Shango, got Oya, got Mayet, and got Inky. You might want to go ahead and check those entities out, but that's a whole nother subject. Here are some clips. Let me go back because I want you guys to see that one clip. In this clip right here that I completely forgot that was even freaking here. This is the confession. Okay. This woman said she was 13 years old when she was raped by Donald Trump and Epstein. Please note that Donald Trump and Epstein were friends. They shared staff members, among other things, for many, 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 many years. It has been rumored that Donald Trump was responsible for whatever happened to Epstein, whether he's dead or alive, or they, I don't know, snuck him out of the country. Who the hell knows? And he did the raid, and there is questions of whether the raid was legit or not, because remember, this was done under Trump presidency. As soon as he got under presidency, as soon as he became president, the first thing he did was get rid of Epstein. He wanted that to be erased, obliterated, gone. Trump has a history of paying off anyone who has potential to ruin him. Remember, he's also friends with Jay-Z. So anyone who has potential to ruin him or anything of the nature, he is going to try to get rid of by any means necessary. And just think with the powers of the presidency of what he can do. So Epstein died, allegedly, under his watch. Epstein homes got raided under his watch. We don't know if they were legit or not. Who the fuck knows? It's the same man who took secret documents to his Mar-a-Lago and rumored sold some of those secret documents to the highest bidder. Trump is a terrorist. He shouldn't even be initiated or even an option for presidency because he's acting like a terrorist. I don't know why the fuck he keeps getting away with so much shit. Why the Democrats so scared of this man? Putin is not going to do anything. He doesn't care. Putin got his own battle over there trying to get over Ukraine and whatever else he got going over there. He is not thinking about Trump. So if y'all think he's thinking about Trump, y'all are sadly freaking mistaken. So that's the reason why you guys have not done anything. Y'all need to seriously 86 that right now, because that is seriously not on Putin's mind right now. Have y'all even listened to this man's speeches? He don't talk about Trump. How you doing, Andrew? But look, this person here was raped at 13 years old. There are several victims who came forward in the past. Some of them disappeared suspiciously, who said that he was raping these young girls, him and Epstein, these little underage little orgy parties together in a Mar-a-Lago in places of Jeffrey Epstein that he had. Those are fucking facts. That's who's in the White House at the moment. This is who's trying so hard not to get this crap out in the open because he do not want to go to jail, even though you should have been in jail years ago. Take a listen to this.
I never met before. It was my first time. That's Katie Johnson. Studying into the woman including in 2016 at Trump when she was just 13 years old. Epstein's Manhattan residence in 1994. When she was set to speak to reporters about one of her lawsuits against the man, she abruptly backed out, citing multiple. She was deciding she's too afraid. Then she dropped her case entirely. Now the horrifying details of the anonymous woman's claims are resurfacing. Trump's refusal to release the Epstein files despite spending years promising he would. It's caused suspicion even from MAG. In lawsuits, Johnson alleged she's recruited under false pretenses to Epstein's parties and forced to be. That's when she says Trump whispered her she pleaded for him to stop. She even claimed that he threatened to kill her and her family if she ever told anyone that he and Epstein found. It's important to note that none of Johnson's allegations have been proven in court, and her identity has remained anonymous, making her claims hard to prove. But they're worth investigating, given the numerous credible essay accusations against Trump, his public comments about young women and girls, and his close relationship with Epstein from the late 80s to the early 2000s. The two did have a falling out in 2004, but it wasn't about Epstein's illegal conduct. It was over a Palm Beach mansion bidding war. If anything has become clear in the years following Epstein's death, it's that the powerful can get away with almost anything in the U.S. this. The criminal justice system doesn't protect victims. It protects those with power time and time again. Not a single person involved with Epstein is currently in prison for their crimes against children, except for Ghislaine Maxwell. This isn't left versus right. It's up versus down, and we know what side Trump is on.
And those are facts. We know what side Trump is on, and you know the fact that president is speaking highly at this moment. What'd you say? I would like to know why they didn't put Trump in prison. I don't know why. That's the part I'm still trying to understand, Precious. You would think that with all of this evidence, hi Alicia, you would think with all of this evidence that it would be ample amount of reasons to put this man. I don't know what they're afraid of. I hope they're not doing this because they're afraid of Russia retaliation. Russia don't care about freaking Trump. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Russia do not freaking care. He don't care about Trump like that. He got his own problems over there. So I don't know why they're afraid. Why haven't they done anything? They put people in prison for less reasons. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, the prison that El Chapo is in, it would have been, you know what I'm saying? Take his ass, take his ass El Chapo and lock the key, throw it in the ocean. Okay? Hi, Alicia. Okay. Oh, yes. Hi, Andrea. All right, so let's move on here. So you just heard the confession of this 13-year-old who said that she was a victim. A lot of other victims are out there, but they are afraid to come forward because, boy, you already know the deal already. And let me just say this again. Trump and Jay-Z are friends. Let me just point that shit out there. And keep that in notate of the subject that's going to be coming up later on why, another reason why this woman got fired, aside from her affiliation with her father. But you know what? We'll talk about that a little later. Here are some more clips pertaining to Jeffrey Epstein. Now remember, the Republican Party, my Republican MAGAs who are supporting Trump, please understand, my loves, okay? I know you like to troll me, and I understand it, but your leader does not care about you. I hate to see you being fooled and taken advantage of. He is a rapist. He is a pedophile. He is a liar. He does not care about you. Your benefits are gone. He's completely obliterated that. Please come to realization. Listen to my voice. Trump is a liar. Trump is a liar. He doesn't care about you. He only cares about himself. Please have this imprinted in your brain. Okay? Vote with your conscience, not with whatever. We're trying to move forward. We want to get the technology that China, Dubai, and all these other places have it. We want to get that. I want to see that for America. I want us to see us move forward here. We got to get rid of these old farts who consistently are stagnant with our progress. They have to go. Roads need to be fixed. Bridges are collapsing. We have so much shit need to be done in this freaking America in terms of our foundation because it's crumbling in hand. We got hurricanes and weather going all over the place. We need help out here. And he's fucking it up because he's too busy trying to line his pockets. We need people who are with the future, not people who are stagnant, who's trying to take us back to Jim Crow days. They have to go. And I know you want to see better things for yourself, better programs for you and my veterans and things of that nature. Y'all need to be taken care of. Y'all fought for this country. How dare you fight? How dare you fight or root for a man who never fought for this country before? Come on, wake up, my people. Now, what you say, Tanya? Precious, that's $1 million because if it was, you know what I'm saying? He would be. Absolute a freaking lily, Tanya. Tell her, I'm telling you. All right, now remember, Republicans, my magas, because I know y'all listening to me. Republicans, yes, they blocked the release of the Epstein files. And y'all know damn well he's guilty of that shit. Y'all know you're not stupid. At least I hope you are not. Because the rumor is you guys are stupid. So y'all might want to go ahead and, try to salvage your little reputation. Because so far everyone think you are stupid and brainwashed by Trump. And I don't know if y'all like that title, but that is the rumor that's going around. My MAGA supporters that y'all stupid and brainwashed by Trump. I'm just going to put that shit on out there. So here, Republicans blocked the release of the Epstein files. Just thought y'all should know that. Take a listen to this. This was like 3 days ago.
We have some major breaking news. Republicans in Congress just completely blocked the release of the Epstein files. House Republicans late tonight voted against attaching a Democratic amendment to a landmark cryptocurrency bill that would force the Justice Department to release all of the files. Before the vote, the author of the amendment, Democratic Representative Ro Khanna, told Axios, quote, "The question with Epstein is, whose side are you on? Are you on the side of the rich and powerful, or are you on the side of the people? And I guess the Republicans are in favor of the rich and powerful because the House Rules Committee, which is controlled by Republicans, voted 5-6 against attaching Khanna's amendment to a procedural measure related to the Genius Act. The measure would have forced Attorney General Pam Bondi to publish all documents related to Epstein on a public website within 30 days of it being enacted. So there you have it. Democrats are trying to get these documents released. Republicans just blocked it in the middle of the night, hoping that you wouldn't notice. I'm going to keep you updated on everything going on here with these files, and hopefully Republicans come to their senses and decide to vote in favor of them being released, but I'm not holding my breath.
Me either. Isn't he just a future politician? Good for him. What a handsome young man. Yes, yes. That's my hope that my MAGA people wake up, because come on now. People are calling you stupid. They're thinking you brainwashed by this man. I mean, how would you feel to have your intelligence questioned because the whole world think you guys are stupid, and y'all keep proving them correctly? I mean, my gosh. Let me quit. All right, here are more stuff. Now, this is security footage here that is seriously freaking edited, but I want to get you guys' interpretation. Hit that like button, you guys. Hit that like button, share, share, share. Hit that like button, share, share, share.
Metadata analysis reveals the Epstein security video was edited. An analysis by Wired has raised questions about the authenticity of surveillance footage related to Jeffrey Epstein's 2019 death in federal custody. The Department of Justice released the hours-long video earlier this year in an effort to counter conspiracy theories surrounding Epstein's apparent suicide. However, digital forensic experts say the footage appears to have been modified using Adobe Premiere Pro, a professional video editing software. According to the analysis, the video was compiled from at least 2 different source clips, saved multiple times, exported, and then uploaded to the DOJ's website, where it was presented as, quote, raw footage. Metadata embedded in the file indicates it was saved at least 4 times on May 23, 2025, by a Windows user account named MJ Cole. Experts noted that Adobe software such as Premiere and Photoshop often leave behind identifiable metadata, which can reveal the editing history of a file. In this case, the forensic evidence suggests multiple stages of processing before the footage was made public. Hani Farid, a digital forensic specialist and professor at the University of California, Berkeley, told Wired that the video would not meet evidentiary standards in a legal context. He said, "If a lawyer brought me this file and asked me if it was suitable for court, I'd say, no, go back to the source, do it right, do direct export from the original system, no monkey business." Farid also pointed to visual inconsistencies in the video, including noticeable shifts in aspect ratio as further cause for concern. The DOJ and FBI declined to comment on the findings but did not dispute Wired's reporting. While experts emphasize that the metadata does not prove intentional tampering, the use of professional editing software and the lack of transparency about the file's preparation have cast doubt on the DOJ's presentation of the footage as unaltered.
Right, they want us to believe that. Give me a break. It's freaking it's
Metadata
altered. It's altered. It's freaking altered. Tell me in the comment section if you guys really believe that this crap was not altered. Give me a freaking break. If y'all believe that this crap was not altered, I'm seriously going to be doubting your intelligence in my comment section. I'm supposed to have really intelligent people in the comment section, not sheep. Hi, Jamal. How you doing? I'm sure you are, but thank you. I'm telling you, that crap was altered like you wouldn't believe. And if anyone believes not, I don't know about you. I mean, something's wrong. That's all I have to say about that. Something is wrong. All right, take a listen to this.
Trump is continuing to crash out over his buddy Jeffrey Epstein. But today, Trump saying that MAGA is actually full of bad people and weaklings because they believe that Epstein was hiding something. With him even saying that he doesn't want part of MAGA's support anymore. With Trump continuing to say that the Epstein list, which he says doesn't exist, was created by Democrats, but also that it is pretty boring stuff that only bad people are interested in. So to review and be aware that Trump ran on releasing the Epstein files, which he says don't exist, but were also created by the Democrats, and you're a weakling and a bad person that is betraying him for even asking about the files. But also the files are boring too. And that is the Republicans in Congress have voted twice against releasing the file. You know, I gotta say, like, in all honesty, 2 weeks ago, I was pretty skeptical about the whole Epstein thing. But Trump has proceeded to act like the most guilty man in the world. Right? All of his actions, what he's saying, it feels like it would make more sense if he was guilty. And to now, it feels like there's more people in the world than ever that would go, yeah, it wouldn't surprise them if Trump walked into Epstein's cell and killed him himself at this point. Or the first arrest of Epstein happened under President Bush. His next arrest was under Trump, and then Epstein leaves the earth in Trump's own prison system while he was president. And all of this is Trump keeps saying, if the Epstein files were damaging to me, Biden would have released them. So yeah, why don't you release the things that apparently don't exist, but also were created by your enemies? Is there something in the files about this? Is there something in the files about someone else? Is he protecting someone? Is he getting blackmail? All while Epstein said that Donald Trump was his best friend, and there are a million photos of them together. But for now, stay in the loop, especially if there's someone that Donald Trump thinks is stupid.
Yeah. That's your boy. That is your boy. Someone who cannot get his life straight. Definitely. Yeah, it was. Definitely. It was definitely that energy. Absolutely. I think, yeah, the video was freaking cut. If it was the accurate goddamn video, we don't even know. They could be releasing some bogus video. We don't know. They got so much. We don't know. You said, given feeling a major transformation in our culture and society. Oh, heck yeah. The age of Aquarius is in full freaking effect. Okay? Shoot. Get me started here. Now, in this next clip here, we're still on the Epstein list because I'm going to keep talking about this until it freaking explode. I'm sick of this. You know how I love my babies. I don't. No, I don't know. No, Rapists. What I tell you, my top 3 or 5, I forgot the number of type of people I hate. What did I say? Rapists, pedos. I'm putting them all in the same category, actually. Rapists, pedos. Well, that pretty much sums it up. Racists and pedos. Okay, so I'll put it up. Yes, those. Yeah. Racist people, rapists, pedos, rapists/pedos. Okay, that's the top 2 there. Okay, and liars. I hate liars. I'm not talking about lying about vanity or your security factor. I understand that you have to protect yourself. I don't care about that. We all lie about vanity. I do it, well, not all the time, but I do it some of the time. Okay? So that's not even in a question here. We all manipulate videos and things of the nature. I use AI all the time to put makeup on, to fix my hair. That's it. No bodies, not the bodies, just my hair and makeup. And, sometimes I put on clothes, but that's it. But however that, it's all me. Me. Just want to point that out. Well, the hair thing, I really don't put AI in, just the makeup. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, the point of the matter is, we need to really, really understand in this new age, authenticity is definitely a need. Authenticity is something that needs to be out in the forefront. We are no longer taking or accepting I'm about to say bullshit and fuck at the same time. Bullshit, fuck facades. We're no longer taking that anymore. So authenticity is a definite. Authenticity is a need. Just want to point that out there. And what you say? He said, did you know that Epstein's cellmate was a rogue police officer? You're kidding. What? And conveniently, how he got strangled. You're kidding me. I bet he was. Where he at now? Is the police officer alive? You're kidding me. Is he still alive? Girl. Really? The mother died really? No, I didn't hear about that, Andrew. I'm going to have to look that up. Send me a link. Oh, yeah, it definitely is. Oh, yeah. You're kidding. He's still alive? Is he still in prison? Y'all going to have to send me information about that. You said, yes, she passed away. Rest in peace. But how Homer going to take care? Really? Wow. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's great. I haven't watched Simpson in it's been eons. Okay, she's gonna explain why they haven't released the Epstein list, even though we freaking know. But I think some people needs to be reminded, especially my MAGA people who's consistently supporting me just to hate me. I don't know why, but whatever. And they're very big fans of Jay-Z too. I just want to keep pointing that shit out. Just saying they're cool with Jay-Z, so I'm gonna keep pointing that out. But you're gonna see here the well, the link should be in the description section. I should probably make a banner for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a banner while you guys make that clip, and then I'll put it up there for you, precious. Okay, so you guys can know where to send stuff. Even though it's in the description, but I guess I should make a banner so you guys can see it on the screen. So you don't have to, you know, scroll through all that stuff that I have down there. Okay. All right, let's do this clip, and I'll make the banner with the email.
Trump can't release the Epstein list because he's on it. You know what's wild? Trump is out of mood. He is cornered at this point. And the worst part, the funniest part, honestly, is he's trapped by his own mess. See, remember, Trump was the one who hyped up Epstein. He said he would expose everything, drain the swamp, bring the names to the light. See, MAGA heard that and they took notes. They remember. Now that Trump's president again, well, they're sitting here expecting results. But see, here is the problem. If he releases the list, there's a good chance he's on it. So he ain't having that. And if he drops a fake list to throw people off, people are going to sniff that out immediately. And then what? Then it looks like government's out here pushing bogus documents. You think that really helps him? Or worse, let's say he puts out a partial real list. The rich folks on that list, oh, they going to sue. And once they sue, we enter discovery. And discovery, that means depositions, evidence, and suddenly guess what happened? We're right back at Trump. The truth is, Trump sold the dream to MAGA. He ran game and now it's caught up with him. So either he has to admit that he lied or stay stuck in the corner that he put himself in. And I tell you this much, nothing scares him more on that list than telling the truth.
Yeah, like the truth of what we just freaking discovered. We discovered the fact that he is on that list and he and Epstein through underage, you know what parties. I just want to point that crap on out there. And he's terrified of that coming. You know what? Release that shit. If you know the hackers who's hacking my freaking channel, do something good for a change instead of ripping me off blind. Work for a change. Okay? Even though your job is literally to watch me and rip me off 24/7, make me sound crazy, thinking I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm not. Do something great for a change, okay? Hack into all these Epstein files, Congress, where the fuck y'all like the hacking, because I know y'all can do it, and release that shit in the open. Release it out on the medias. Go ahead and release all of that. Release. Do that now. Do something positive for a change instead of illegal crap like ripping me off. Do that. Find those files and release all of it. That's what they should be doing instead of all of my business. Jackasses. Anyway, take a listen to this.
Even though President Trump wants us to all stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, today he said Attorney General Pam Bondi should probably rethink the decision to close that case.
But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
You heard him. Whatever Bondi thinks is credible from the Epstein files, the President of the United States said she should release. Well, that is news. And today, Attorney General Pam Bondi
saying stuff at the top of his head. You don't know what the hell
closed the Epstein case last week. She was at a press conference to talk about a massive drug bust by the Drug Enforcement Agency. Of course, that is important news, but it's also important for her to respond to her boss, the President of the United States, who just minutes before she stepped on that stage said she should release whatever Epstein files she thinks are credible. But when asked, Pam Bondi wanted to you would release are you prepared to do that?
Our memo today, our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today.
You said that he would support you releasing additional credible evidence from the Epstein investigation. Is that something that you are open to do?
I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein.
Well,
she is going to be fired in 2 years.
They just kept coming, and Bondi was asked about whether she may be fired over all this Epstein stuff.
There's so many people calling for
She will be. I
I'm going to be
guarantee it.
here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years, well, 3.5 now, right? We've got 6 months in.
About whether her relationship with the deputy FBI director Dan Bongino is strained over all of this.
I'm not going to discuss personnel matters. I think we all are committed to working together now to make America safe again, and that's what we're doing.
Then get rid of the president.
Only
What
on
do you say?
topic, guys.
And then came the frustration.
We don't comment on whether there is or is not a pending investigation. But thank you. Anything else on topic today?
Obviously, the Attorney General does not want to talk about Epstein or her decision to close the case or whether she will even entertain reopening the case. Now, the reality is Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and he has a very unique relationship with his very loyal Attorney General. If he wanted her to release the Epstein files, he could absolutely have her release them, but he hasn't done that yet. Why? Well, he said he's only scratched the surface with the Attorney General on Epstein, but he knows his name doesn't appear in the file anywhere.
For you and the file,
Very quick, Rich.
Did she tell you, specifically, did she tell you name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen.
But this may soon be taken out of the hands of the executive branch altogether. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill certainly keep talking about these Epstein files. Some are pushing to pass legislation that would force the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Twice this week, Democrats have tried to get a vote on the House floor to force the Epstein files to be released. Neither of those attempts have actually made it. And today, a Republican, Representative Thomas Massey, started circulating a discharge petition to try and force a vote on his resolution, which would also force the DOJ to release the Epstein files within the next 30 days. We'll see if he can get 218 lawmakers to sign on to that. On top of all of those efforts, today House Speaker Mike Johnson said that Pam Bondi needs to be transparent. She needs to come forward and she needs to explain to everyone what she has on Jeffrey Epstein. Well, we'll have to see if any of that actually happens.
Yeah, we'll see, but they all will be fired. Precious, there's the email right there. I'll put it on the screen, okay? They will all be fired. I guarantee you they will all be fired. You know, maybe I should put, hold on, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put it in a banner at the bottom, the email address. I'm going to do that. Hold on. I'll put it in there. I should have did that in the first place. While I do that, here's the last video.
Trump will be removed from the presidency on August 1st, 2025, and The Simpsons had already shown it in an episode most people forgot. And you won't believe what happened in the end. The series depicted a shocking scene, Trump being escorted by agents as he leaves the White House while the United States falls into chaos, with flags burning, riots in the streets, and a hidden message written on a wall. In that episode, Trump reacts impulsively to a global crisis, launching the country into an unnecessary war without approval from the governors, which triggers a national collapse. Things spiral out of control until, in a historic vote, he is officially ousted, losing power live on television. At first, it seemed like just another wild exaggeration from The Simpsons, but now, with real-world events lining up scene by scene, many are asking, was it another eerie warning? In that same episode, there's a symbol almost no one noticed, a subtle clue that could reveal who's really behind Trump's downfall. If you want to know what The Simpsons tried to warn us, comment, "I want to see," and get ready for part 2. The truth is darker than you think. There's something hidden in that episode that no one is talking about. If you spotted the detail, leave a comment below. Trump will be removed from the presidency on August 1st, 2025, and The Simpsons had already shown it in an episode most people forgot. And you won't believe what happened in the end. The series depicted a shocking scene, Trump being escorted by agents as he leaves the White House while the United States falls into chaos, with flags burning, riots in the streets, and a hidden message written on a wall. In that episode, Trump reacts impulsively to a global crisis, launching the country into an unnecessary war without approval from the governors, which triggers a national collapse. Things spiral out of control until, in a historic vote, he is officially ousted, losing power live on television. At first, it seemed like just another wild exaggeration from The Simpsons, but now, with real-world events lining up scene by scene, many are asking, was it another eerie warning? In that same episode, there's a symbol almost no one noticed, a subtle clue that could reveal who's really behind Trump's downfall. If you want to know what The Simpsons tried to warn us, comment, "I want to see," and get ready for part 2. The truth is darker than you think. There's something hidden in that episode that no one is talking about.
Okay, they say August 25th. Okay. I'll be definitely looking for that. Hey, didn't I do a tab reading and I said something about that number or somewhere along those lines of that number? But I think it was 7 or whatever number I used. I don't know, but I did tab reading about him and it definitely aligns with what I said. Yes, they thought it would just go away. Epstein is an Aquarius. Please do know Aquarius men are different from Aquarius women. But yes, Epstein is an Aquarius. So by him being Aquarius in this Aquarius age, that story is never going away. It's going to be freaking obese. It's just going to keep going on and on and on and on. I don't care how much they try to hide the fact, it's not going away. For that fact alone, so they could just go and hang that shit up. Share, you guys. Okay, and in this next particular story here,
Even though
which
President
aligns with
wants
Trump
us to all
bullshit.
stop talking about Jeffrey.
Trump fired Maureen Comey. I don't know if it's Comey or Comey. I think it's Comey. Anyway, I'm sure most of you have heard about Trump conveniently firing the prosecutor in the Diddy case, correct? Well, take a look at this clip and we'll talk.
The lead prosecutor in the Diddy case was just fired from her job. Get ready for this rabbit hole. Maureen Comey was not only trying to put Diddy away, but she was also a lead prosecutor on the criminal cases against Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And she's also the eldest daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, who led the investigation into Hillary's emails right before the 2016 election and was fired by President Trump during his first term. That move was in part what led to Trump's impeachment. First one. At this moment, the Southern District of New York has refused to comment on why she was fired. But this comes as Diddy's trial was seen as a huge blow to prosecutors in SDNY. But the New York Times is reporting that it may have more to do with Trump and the conversation surrounding Epstein. Because within the president's own base, calls are growing to release Jeffrey Epstein's client list, something that the president's team promised to do once he took office. The New York Times is also reporting that firing Ms. Comey raises the possibility that she's being set up as a fall person as the administration seeks to move past the scandal. New York Times also said that 3 people with knowledge of the matter said that she was given a letter informing her of the termination, and that 2 others said that the letter stated that she was being fired under Article 2 of the Constitution, which describes the powers granted to the president. Again, it is not clear on what contributed to her firing, but I will say the president really did not like her dad. The president has called Comey a nut job, a slime ball, and as recently as a couple of months ago, accused him of calling for bad things to happen to him. He right now is in a Brooklyn jail awaiting sentencing on October 3rd.
Okay, let me just point some crap out here. As you know, Maureen Comey, the lead prosecutor in the Diddy trafficking, reiterated what she said, but add a little bit more deep insight into it. The prosecutor in the Diddy trafficking case and daughter of former FBI Director James Comey was abruptly fired by the Justice Department with no official reason. The timing, you understand, the timing and context suggest deep political karmic entanglements. You understand? Make sure you guys understand what that is. Now, what we know about Maureen Comey led high-profile prosecution. I mean, the woman is bad. This woman is bad. And I'm talking about bad in the good way. She went against some big hitters to take down these big people and succeeded. Huge threat to Trump in his coming days. Of course he's going to fire her. But here's a twist to that. Here's a twist to that, his illegal activities. So Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, the traffickers, Sean Diddy Combs, who was convicted of lesser charges. Diddy Combs were convicted of lesser charges, but acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering. But he was convicted of RICO, just the lesser charges of RICO. So make sure you guys understand that. But they still hold 10 years apiece, so he can get up to 20 years, which I will give his crazy ass. He will not see a light of day, I'm telling you. Her firing came just days after Diddy verdict, which some viewed as a kind of like a prosecutor defeat, just a retaliation kind of thing. She was notified, as you heard this young lady say, via letter citing Article 2 of the Constitution, which gives the president broad powers over federal employees, but it has to be an official, legitimate reason. But there was no reason given. But insiders say her family ties and political history made her a target. That's illegal to fire someone because of their affiliation with their family. That's bias, discrimination, a whole other plethora of fucking things. Now, what are the symbolic undercurrents? Well, this moment is drenched in karmic resonance. Truth versus tyranny. Now, Comey's farewell note warned fear is the tool of a tyrant. He's talking about Trump. A direct invocation of spiritual warfare against suppression. So there is some ancestral echoes in this particular moment. Her lineage of daughter of Comey, that's this man here. This is her father, who clashed with Trump over loyalty in Russia, which he turned out to be valid about. Okay. This adds layers of ancestral tension and reckoning. Now, the justice disrupted. It has been disrupted because of her firing amid calls to bury Epstein file, because you know she was going in. Suggested a deliberate attempt to silence truth seekers and protect the elite networks. Trump back is against the wall, and he is desperately trying to hide and trying to weasel his way out of being exposed. Because y'all don't know how deep that rabbit hole goes. It wasn't just orgy with minors he was doing with Epstein. There was other stick crap, like deadly stuff, that was roaming around in the street, and he's desperately trying to hide and not expose. So the last thing he needs is for this young lady here, who's known for winning cases, by the way, to go against him. So what he does is something illegal. Get rid of her. He's going to be doing that to a lot of people who speak up. So people who are against this Epstein thing, don't say anything. Keep your affiliation and your doings hushed. Still do them, because he seriously needs to go to prison, but just don't tell anybody. Because Trump is being so freaking combative. He is doing so much illegal shit. I can't even keep track on what illegal crap this man is doing. It's overwhelming at the moment, for real. Oh, that's okay, Quiet Storm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember, the link is at the top of the thing. If you guys want to co-host, it's at the top. You click the link. You can co-host with me. I don't really care. So just want to let you guys know that. Oh, you did? Thank you, Precious. I'll check it out in just a second. So he's desperately trying to get rid of anyone who has potential to expose him. And that includes this heavy hitter woman who y'all need to commend, because she went against some pretty powerful people. She is a bad bee, okay? Give this girl her props, okay? And he is terrified of her. She's just like her father. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, the question is, was her firing legitimate? No official reason was given Comey's termination from the DOJ. The firing was delivered via memo citing Article 2 of the Constitution, which gives president broad authority over, executive branch employees. However, the civil service protections are designed to prevent political motivated firings. You ready? Let me say that again. Okay. However, civil CIVIL service protections are designed to prevent politically motivated firings. Legal experts say this move could violate those norms. Yes, so it has to be a legitimate reason, not because you don't like her because of political reasons. Could she sue? Yes, potentially, but it's complex. Wrongful termination suits against the federal government are rare and difficult because it's hard to do it, especially against the president. Especially when, Article 2 powers are invoked. She could pursue a claim under the Whistleblower Protection Act or civil service rules, especially if she can prove retaliation or political targeting, which she definitely have ample amount of evidence to do. Remember, Trump has a way of silencing his people. He has a way of doing that. He needs to go. He needs to fucking go. Her farewell letter strongly implies abuse of power, stating fear, again, as she said, fear is the tool of a tyrant. She just said he is scared and he's a tyrant. So he's doing everything in his power as a president to make this go away, even if it is illegal. He's acting like a tyrant and a king and a bully and a dictator. He's dangerous. He needs to be stopped. Don't buckle in scarcity. You know how you get rid of the bully? You overthrow them. Take away his power resources. You don't enable him and cower in the corner because he's never going to stop. You enabling this man. Stop being so fucking scared. Isn't that what freaking Obama said? Which could, again, of this tyrant, which could support a legal argument if she chooses to act. And please, guardians, protect this woman. Give her the courage and strength and power and anger to break him, to take his ass to the mattress. Isn't that what they say in Godfather? Take him down. Because all these other scary motherfuckers not doing it. So let her do it. Go ahead. Everybody else talking, not doing shit. Let her do it. She has a history of going against heavy hitters like him. Give her the power to take this motherfucker down. I will retaliate with so much rebellious, I'll take him down. Go be the only woman in history to take down a goddamn president. Hell yeah. Go ahead and do it. By all means, do it. All right, we're going to bring Quiet Storm to the stage. How you doing, Quiet Storm? How you doing, girl? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Now,
thanks for having me.
Energetic undercurrents. This moment is drenched in karmic symbolism, as we know. Now, what'd you say, Miss Momo? You said, I think Diddy wants to tell all, so probably move her, so he was shut up. You think so? I don't know. I don't know. I hope he does tell all. What'd you say?
I mean, that would be too much like right.
That would be.
I think beautiful. That would be too much like right. He's not. It would be absolutely. You know, I want somebody to come out with the truth and expose all of these people. But I think he would only do it if his back was really up against the wall and he had to move some people around and blackmail them. Because I think that's the only way it would come out.
True. And we know he's prone to do some crap like that. I mean, that has not even been disproven that he would do something like that. But
right.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that is the factor in terms of him actually spilling all the beans. And we're talking about Diddy and well, I don't know. No, Trump, you don't see the same thing. But Diddy definitely has potential to spill all the beans. We'll talk about that in just a second. But anyway, the moment is drenched in karmic symbolism, truth, silence. A prosecutor, Epstein and Diddy, removed just as the public demands transparency. So it's not a convenient or coincidence that they removed this powerful attorney just when things were starting to heat up. You know, this is seriously deliberated. It is seriously planned. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Hell yeah, that's what it is. Absolutely.
They're trying to get rid of as many people from holding them accountable.
Yep. And they're definitely not getting away with it. I'm going to put that in the atmosphere. Because anytime we continuously say they're getting away with it, they're going to continue to get away with it. We're going to say they're not going to get away with it. That's what I'm going to put that in the atmosphere. Exactly. They're not going to get away with it. So, again, as you know, she is the daughter of James Comey. That's this man right here, who was fired also by Trump. Yeah. He was fired also by Trump. This adds layers of spiritual warfare and generational reckoning. So he has something against the family in general. Like, she's the daughter, she's going against these heavy hitters. She's winning just like her dad. Hello, genes, DNA, it's her dad. I mean, come on now, of course.
Right.
So collective awakening. So her firing is catalyzed an outrage across political lines, and it's definitely echoing the Aquarius call for justice and truth, because that's where we're currently at, in the age of justice and truth. So that is definitely going to come out. And if I said it, and I want to say it again, Epstein is an Aquarius. By all means, you know, all Aquarius are not the same. I'm going to put that shit on out there. But him being an Aquarius, girl, you have to say that. You know, people would seriously throw you under the bus and tell me.
I believe you.
I'm just saying. If you guys want to come up and co-host with me and Quiet Storm, the link should be pinned in the comment section. I don't mind. My next subject, you guys probably want to put your 2 cents in because it's definitely juicy, I'm telling you. But anyway, so it definitely coincides with this era, that's for sure. Now, moving on to the next subject here, that's unless you want to say something about this subject.
I just wanted to like kind of go back to the Jeffrey Epstein, Sean Combs thing. I think they're like kind of one and the same in that, you know, when I see them anyway, these people look like two abuse victims.
They do.
I don't know if you've heard, but there was like this story that had come out about the school that maybe it was you, and there were 3 boys that ended up getting molested. But the names never came out. But the timeline kind of matches up to him being there at that time. And like, what are the odds? Like, kind of like hurt people hurting other people. Like the abuse victim becomes the victimizer.
Okay, were these the what's that? What they call them? You're talking about this is Trump, right? Was it Trump? You're talking about Trump, right?
Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. Okay, Sean Combs. And you said
I'm talking about Diddy. Yeah.
Okay, and you said it was 3 individuals who got molested.
Yeah, at this I think it was a Catholic school, if I'm not mistaken, in New York.
Yes, yeah, the Catholic school that he was in as a kid. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yes, he went to that Catholic school with that man who was known to do some really sick stuff. You know,
Yeah.
And Diddy was at that school at a young age. And not to mention his mom used to throw these little orgies and freak out parties herself back in the day when he was young. So he
I didn't know about that. I had no idea that his mother threw orgies or anything like that. No wonder he's so messed up.
Yes. And he got bullied heavily when he was a kid. Beaten, whatever, really heavily as a kid. So of course the bully turned into, you know what I'm saying. So that's when he turned into the bully. But yes, his mom used to throw these little sex parties as well. And I don't think he ever told his mom about his, being molested or raped or anything by any of those priests or whoever at that school. I don't think he told her anything. As far as I know, I'm not sure if that's true, but from what I heard from the street, she probably know now. She listened to social media, but I don't think she knew at the time.
Right.
But I do know when he was in college, when he went into college, he definitely was a tyrant, just like Trump. I don't know if Trump is a violent tyrant. I don't know. I haven't heard too much of that. I did hear he used to beat his ex-wives at some point. But, oh, yes, I did hear that. Smack, pop, whatever. I don't know if he's doing that right now, but he definitely used to do that back in the day. I heard, Trump was, he's not, careful, romantic, correcting, soft.
Kind of strikes
aggressive.
me as the whole board game.
Yeah, he's kind of aggressive. He seemed aggressive, the type of person who just want to grab you and snatch you. He seemed kind of disgusting. He's very disgusting. But yes, it was told that, Diddy in college, he had this girl and he was very violent toward this girl. He used to beat this girl in front of everyone, his students or colleagues, whatever. And no one said anything because they was afraid of Diddy. So when it came to him being violent and cruel and evil like this, I think it progressed from when he was in that Catholic school or whatever, and it kind of just, lingered on. And when he got power to show his true self, that's what got enhanced. And as I quoted from Steve Harvey, although I don't agree with some of his little lifestyle, but he definitely gives great advice. Because people say, oh, you got money, Steve Harvey, you change. He said, first of all, money don't change anyone. If you was an asshole before you got money, money's going to make you even more of an asshole. If you was this bully and evil, crazy psychopath before you got money, money's going to enhance the fact that you've been a bully and a psychopath. So it's not like I'm going to change. I'm just going to be enhancing the character that I truly was, that I have the power, the backing to allow me to be. So Diddy has always been like that. Donald Trump has always been like this. It's just that he keeps getting enabled because people are afraid of him. Why? I don't fucking know. But that's what they feel. That he's going to ruin them. But he's definitely going to ruin you. So I don't even think it even matter either or. If you help him or not, he's going to ruin you. All these people are going to get fired. Everyone, Mike Johnson, whatever his name is. he's gonna be fired for helping him. That little dumbass attorney, that lady, stupid fake blonde attorney, she's gonna be fired as well. So I hope she's ready to, you know, find a job at Kmart
Yep.
or whatever stores out there, because that's exactly what she's gonna be doing. You know, all of them gonna be fired. And
Yep.
you know, warning them, but they're not
Absolutely.
listening.
And it's like, I honestly feel like it's going to have to take, like, you know, something really, really huge. I can't shake the feeling that they want the movie Civil War to actually happen. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it.
You
It's
should.
called-
You absolutely should. It's called
Where can
Civil
I-
War. It's probably, I want to say it's on Netflix. It could be on Hulu. I know it's got Kirsten Dunst in it, and her husband. I forget what his name is. But it's pretty much like, you know, the president is doing some crazy shit, trying to take things from people, and people just erupting into madness, and they overthrow the White House. This isn't like the January 6th insurrection. It's nothing like this. And they go ham. They absolutely go ham. Like, everything erupts into chaos.
Wow, I'm gonna have to watch that. You said it's called Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely watch that. That sounds very, very interesting.
I feel like they really want this.
Mm-hmm. Let me put that on the list.
Say that again?
So I'm gonna put that on my list and watch that tonight. Absolutely. Okay, let me read some comments right.
It came out last year.
Oh, it did. Okay. No, Jamal. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Let me read some comments. I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Miss Momo says, "Oh yeah, because he knows all of those individuals in high places. Look at those record labels, giants, and the liquor moguls. He does know some powerful people in the end. Oh heck yeah, absolutely freaking lowly, absolutely freaking lowly. Jamal want to know what? No, you don't have to call in, Jamal. Just click the link at the top, and then it should open up your browser on your phone, and then just go from there. You don't have to come up on camera. If you want to, just rock it. Okay? And then I get like a beep, and then I'll allow you to come in and talk. We can definitely use a male perspective. It's always
yes.
men. You know, let's
Absolutely.
do this. It's a male. Let me quit. It says love Christian Dunst, and that is very much predictive. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're gonna move on to celeb gossip. Unless you have anything else to say about this right here.
No.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to celeb gossip. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, Jamal Johnson is in the house. We're gonna talk about Brad Pitt. How you doing, Jamal Johnson? Welcome.
Thank you. How does
Hey,
it speak
Jamal.
to you? What's going on, girl? This is Indra.
This is a Quiet Storm. That's Quiet
Oh,
Storm.
Quiet Storm.
Hello.
I can't.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing
okay.
fine, and you?
I'm just perplexed about this. I feel like strong energy is coming, and a lot of times I'm out the way, but I get news from interesting places. Like, I feel like everything from our culture to things that we take for granted, like modeling industry, TV industry, sports, that like everything's crumbling and ready for transformation. Like, there's nothing that you can just take for granted and say, oh, this will be fine. Like building, like I'm talking to a guy, I'm trying to get back in union work. I've been having a lot of struggles. But I want to go do construction work. But I don't want to do outside stuff. But this guy, he does, I think he does rebar, basically the stuff that they were building subway lines. And he was laughing, talking about some, oh man, don't stay in the new condos. Don't stay in the new condos. Honestly, I'm so nervous that those things are going to collapse and fall down. And then I'm like, it's crazy that he said that, because I remember looking at something about Billionaires Row, and they were saying the same thing. So I'm thinking, damn. So you can't trust buildings that's built now. You can't trust nothing in the news. I feel like literally everything needs to be redone from scratch. So that's why I love alternative media, because I feel like alternative sports media, alternative gossip media, alternative news and political media. That's where it's at because um, that's the only way you either get the truth or real honest perspective. Everybody's bought off. There's so much corruption, and even people you would think who got voted for a certain mandate, uh, you see that they're into some funny business, and they're playing games. So that's how that's how I'm coming. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So you said the building. You said you were in the building and the foundation wasn't strong enough. Is that what you said?
No, no, no. I'm saying that my friends. I was just saying that you can trust things so little nowadays that even all the way up to the building that my friend, I wanted to get back into construction work, but I don't like outside work. And he said, no, I do rebar, I do concrete and all that. And he was laughing about the subway system. He's the new subway line because I'm in Toronto. I'm from Chicago, but I'm in Toronto. And they're in they built the new subway line on the ground and they built a lot of the new condos. And he was snickering and looking nervous and saying, I would never want to go stay in those buildings, especially at the top floor. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm like, dang, okay. And because even he's not confident about how sturdy those buildings are. And then when he said that, it struck me that I saw the same thing because this is Toronto, but I saw the exact same concern in New York when it comes to Billionaires Row. Like Billionaires Row privately is like fugazi. Like you have all these big time condos and penthouses and luxury amenities, and the water system, the sturdiness of the building, and just basic functions are not intact. And so I just feel like that's a real sign of something. When you have buildings, when the new buildings being built up that can't be trusted, and I just feel like the energy is seeping from everything that we were supposed to ever believe in or things that we take for granted. So that's how I basically, and I want to thank you for, because I don't know how, well, actually, I don't know if this is a stupid question to ask, but I'm thinking like, how did your views be so low considering how popular you was when I first started watching you? Your heyday was like 2016, 2017. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? So clearly that suggests to me right there that, whatever you're saying, the powers that be clearly take you seriously. So I'm just wondering, like, how do you deal with that? What keeps you going?
That's a really good question. What keeps me going is that I know my views aren't accurate, and that has been proven several times doing this glitch. I did a deep dive in and they manipulate my views. I put little gifts and stuff on my posts showing you how they manipulate my views. And I am being blacklisted. It's a long, crazy story. Long story. I'll link the story of me talking about it and showing you guys the proof right then and there. I even linked a file that I was sending to lawyers to take my case. But every time a lawyer take my case, they surprisingly drop my case and ghost me. So it's a really crazy battle. What keeps me going is that I like to deliver the truth to people and awake them, and I don't want to be silent. Silence will drive me crazy. I mean, I have all this knowledge and stuff that I want to share with people, and I can't just keep it hidden. I got to tell someone. Even if the numbers aren't accurate and I don't know who I'm speaking to, at least I know someone's going to hear it. So that's what keeps me going, honestly.
Well,
I'm in the same boat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I was in the same boat as Keisha. Like, I ended up actually getting my channel taken down completely. Like, that's how badly it was. Like, it kept spiraling out of control. They age restricted me, even though I didn't have anything on my about page that says, these are for kids or anything like that. They just kept trying to find ways to just mess me up. Until finally they just said, fuck it, I'm just going to take her whole channel from her. And that was that. But me and Keisha were basically doing the same thing. So my numbers, they were messing with my view count. They were messing with everything. And they just took all of my stuff back in April 2021. Sure did. And now I went back to writing. So I'm writing now.
Yeah. And it's my side gigs to keep me afloat, to be honest, because if I didn't have my side gigs or my husband for that matter, I don't know where I'd be at this moment. You know, and I think the ability to disconnect from all of this is the reason why I haven't gone insane. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. My daughter and I were speaking about that today, and I was saying, oh gosh, she's like, you was doing all this. She said last year I was hitting numbers because she went on some site and saw these numbers. I said, I didn't get those numbers. I don't know who got that paycheck because I didn't get it. I've been getting lowball for I don't know how long now. So I don't know who got that paycheck. So yes, there's definitely something going on here, as you heard from Quiet Storm. But it's always subjects that we're talking about that's always rendering these little blacklistings, such as if you're talking too much about Trump or Jay-Z or something along those lines, that's when this shit happens. That is not a coincidence anymore. I mean, same thing is happening to Nicki Minaj, despite her feuding with everyone, but the same thing is happening to her now, and she's a big-time celebrity.
But what's scary is that it seems like they're targeting females. Like some of my favorite other YouTubers, you usually one of my favorite ones, but is Mariah Tintier, Sports T, and Zaza Ali. And now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like they're all blacklisted. Those are great people for you to link up with. Those are great partners for you to have. Because I feel like you guys should be mainstream. Now, Sports T, you heard her person that she likes to target that they want to go after for is LeBron James. And because it's about sports, and at the same time, it's similar things where LeBron is kind of like the Jay-Z and Beyonce of the NBA. He's staying around forever, collecting all the awards, but at the same time, it's like he, in a sense, is ruining the league through manipulation and, as they call the media and Clutch Sports, and how they're corrupting competition and how that's a big conflict of interest for a player to have his own agency with signing players that are currently playing along, in the same league as him at the same time. Is very much a conflict of interest, and how the media just lies and comes up with narratives. So there's a whole alternative sports net, alternative media, network, because of, the fact that these things are happening in sports. Because a lot of the sports and the major sports leagues are being completely overtaken, and it all started in the 90s, which is our favorite decade. It was great when we finally saw Jay-Z and these guys take off and take black culture to the next level. It's another thing when you start to see what's behind that, and that these guys were never, I don't want to say never, a part of me doesn't want to go that far, but that these guys at some point along the way revealed their true colors. And not only were they not necessarily down for the people, okay, fine. But what makes me mad, and which is why I'm not down with black excellence in these boulets, is it's another thing if you're an elite class and they use you to go and push an agenda, and you cosplay or put on the veneer as somebody, basically you're being a, I don't know, charlatan is the word, or a wild bill, or, something along those lines. You want some COINTELPRO shit where, you're putting up the front of somebody who's one of the people, maybe in that Tyler Perry crowd or whatever. And in reality, all you are, that's why I don't like Issa Rae or none of them, because they just seem like they're there just to push agendas. They don't, the quality has gone down. Like, since Harvey Weinstein is not locked up, tell me how many good black comedy movies you've seen. And since Angela Bassett and Viola Davis and these people left the thing, which black woman do you say, yes, I'm proud to see them carry the torch for us? I would love to hear that list.
Lynn Whitfield?
Yeah.
Who?
Lynn Whitfield.
Is she really new generation though?
Huh?
Is she new generation though?
Nope. New generation? Nobody. No, hold on. You're right. New generation. Okay, new generation. Let me think.
Because this is what the Keke Palmer, Issa Rae era. Like, that doesn't excite me.
Oh yeah. New generation. No, I haven't seen one. They all seem to just be all about themselves and not trying to make a movement or some kind of example of decorum or lady. I don't know. None of them. None of the new generation is striking me to do anything political, except for that one girl. She is a Chris. She does speak up a lot. I forgot her name.
And nor are they as good as the previous generation. That's the worst part.
Huh?
They do more talking and more crying and talking about race, this, and that, and the third than the previous generation did, who actually struggle, and they're not as good, and their movies are not hard hitting, and all the stuff they act in, where you're talking about. And again, I don't want to diss Kiki Palmer because she's from Chicago, but like, if this is the leader of, if she's replacing Angela Bassett and Viola Davis and Pam right? And she just does not have the cachet. She seems too thirsty to be around the in crowd, around, the fact that she can be commercial around white people is like, like we should have grown out of the generation that is so thirsty and desperate and has a heart on to be the one black face around a bunch of white people. That seemed to be a boomer Gen X type of dream, whereas some millennials and Gen Z, that's kind of disgusting. And so Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Would you categorize her as like, say, the, I guess, safe black person or the friendly black person?
No, I think she's quite the opposite. I think I would classify her as somebody, like I said, these women, Hollywood has always pushed agenda, but now it's like too obvious and the quality has gone down. I just don't think she's much of a leader. I think she's just she just strikes me as thirsty, and that she'll do anything. And she's one of those black women that, well, it's Me Too, she's down with that. She's cheering on J-Lo and all the white women because she's expecting that when it's time for her movement or when something is going to be reciprocated, and then when it's not, she's going to start crying about how she can get her money and raise and this, and they're trying to stop a black woman in Hollywood, but she didn't have none of that energy when they were giving her what she wanted, carrying out whatever agenda she wanted her to do. And that and then of course you have Issa Rae, and it just gets even worse. And,
God,
and I
don't get me started on that one.
I just don't think they're as talented, and I don't think they have the star power cachet that the J-Los and all of them had. And so when you don't have that, and you're in that situation, you're even more susceptible for these people to use you for whatever they want and not pay you as well as they used as the previous generation.
Right.
And so that's why I say it feels like our whole culture needs to start over again. Nobody's watching them. And again, I'm in Toronto, the gayest city in the world, one of the gayest cities in the world. But nobody wants to watch the Entertainment TV awards no more. That's not owned by black people. Like everything is just completely just shuddering. And so I'm kind of glad that I'm not happy that Donald Trump is not being always who he says he is and focusing on stupid stuff like the tariffs and all that with Canada, picking fights and playing head games with his allies. I think that's goofy. I think he's really goofy the way he's being a gump and following behind Bibi Netanyahu. He should have did Bibi exactly the way he did Zelensky. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And maybe there should be a more humane and transparent way of dealing with these migrants. But I just think that the sort of neoliberal order needs to get. I think the Democratic Party is more corrupt than the Republican Party because the Republican Party seems to have the ability to heal itself, improve itself, and go with the whims of the people, where it seems like the Democratic Party is blocking that.
I don't know about that part. I mean, I don't think so. In terms of parties, I think the Republican Party, not all Republicans are like that, but the new Republicans that we have in the place now, I think they are more on selfish terms. And I spoke about this earlier. They seem to be more stagnant with their beliefs. First of all, we need to separate church from state. We need to definitely separate that. But I think they are more in the past with their beliefs. They're not trying to move forward. I think there's some little chauvinism going on with the Republican Party now. They're not concerned about women or anything of the nature. It's some kind of old-fashioned mentality that they are currently using to make their decisions. Can I speak? Their decisions. So that's, I think, where we're at right now. The Republican Party are not with current times anymore. They are out of
Well,
date.
actually, I have to disagree with you there. Even though I'm a progressive, I'm not Democrat or Republican.
Right.
I used to be Democrat, but what I would say is that number one, if what you're saying is true, then why did Kamala Harris get spanked so bad? Because people could see through her. She was not, not a great candidate. You had Sleepy Joe. That was a terrible situation. And Donald Trump was speaking exactly what people are feeling. He wasn't scared to say certain things. He wasn't scared to talk about the migrants. He wasn't scared to sit and mention certain things.
Donald Trump is a liar. He's been proven as a liar in terms of Kamala Harris. First of all, technically speaking, Kamala didn't lose. It has been pretty. It may not have been proven in terms of in the court of law, but we can legitimately say that there has been some, I don't know, hyping going on when it comes to election. No man in history has won all the freaking swing states ever, and then directly after
She was a terrible candidate. I'm sorry. You have to just live with that. She got smoked. She was awful. She lost, and she's the reason she lost.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because the riots and the retaliation, as soon as those results came out, spoke volumes. That no one hardly voted for freaking Trump. There has been reports from other states that for some reason, the state voted for Democratic for Supreme or whatever, or Congress, whatever, for a Democrat, but they didn't vote for Kamala. Matter of fact, in certain states, Kamala didn't get votes at all, which we know are physically impossible. That's a fact. So that is telling me.
I mean, you definitely noticed that there was an increase in black men, and there's many more women, especially even black women, who are speaking out like that. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. I'm a progressive anyway. So, I mean, but I'm just saying that the Democratic Party lost its way. They're all about war. They're complicit in a lot of the corruption that's going on. And they don't want to never talk about Epstein. At least the alternative media, they'll talk about Epstein. But they ran all the way away from that issue. MSNBC and them. So that's kind of suspicious. And
the Republican Party?
Huh?
The Republican Party, you mean?
No, the Republican Party didn't run away from the Epstein issue. They keep pressing Donald Trump about that. Yeah.
I just showed a video that literally the Republican Party voted to not release the Epstein files.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the media, because Fox News and I went to the Owens, and they are on it about Epstein, and they own his ass. They're not playing with him. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, of course I respect the guys in Congress. Congress is corrupt. Those guys only care about themselves.
Yeah,
yeah, they're all corrupt. So I have more respect for Donald Trump and Joe Biden than I do for the people in Congress. Those guys are feckless. They don't want to do their job.
Well, that's what I agree on. Some of them are not doing anything. A lot can be done with this crazy crap that's going on in the political system at the moment, and I feel that they're not doing their jobs, and them sitting back, allowing this man to continuously break law after law after law after law after law is kind of frustrating. But yeah, someone needs to be doing their job. I do agree with you on that part, on both parts, you ask me. I think they're enabling his behavior, and I've said that several times. But anyway, let's move on here. I want to talk about the politics for too long. So if you want to hang around Jamal for celeb gossip, by all means. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let's talk about something a little lighter, and then we go heavier. We're gonna take it easy, like my one of my great singers sing, turn his head, and then we go rough. I should have the music to it. Okay, so Brad Pitt, 61-year-old Brad freaking Pitt. Someone told me to start talking about Brad Pitt. We're gonna start talking about Brad Pitt. A video is coming up about Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? When I go deep, I go deep to the point.
Awesome.
You know my history. My history, Jamal. You know how many times they done shut me down and demonetized? Okay.
That's what you do. You specialize in.
Oh yeah. Okay. Before I move forward, let me read a couple comments because there were definitely comments in here. Yes, the lawyers more than likely did get paid off. Absolutely. In terms of the lawyers, I tried to handle my case, including that guy that was going against Jay-Z, and Jay-Z kind of bullied his way out of. Gosh, I swear.
Tony Bugsy.
Yes, I swear. When things are too traumatized, then automatically just disconnect and forget about it. I have to stop doing that by default. Anyway, and then there's this comment here. She says there's actually a recount. Yeah, there's actually a recount Jamal in New York. You probably want to look that up, hon. And then we have, she said, I forgot what state it is in, but there's evidence of voting right. That's in New York, Precious. That's in New York. New York and other states are definitely following as well. I hear Wisconsin is going to start following because it's definitely crazy crap going on here. Okay, Brad Pitt. All right, this is a blind item here. It seems that 61-year-old Brad Pitt and 31-year-old girlfriend Inez de Ramon. I would say something about the age difference, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. Inez de Ramon may be using him for a career hike. It was told that she was only using his old ass for a career hike, and he seems to know that, but apparently don't care. Here are the blind items right here. Okay, so we have here. I'm gonna read from here. Now this is them at the review. Now the video. I didn't play the video, but they were on the red carpet in a review of his movie that he's literally promoting like crazy. I've never saw. Have y'all saw this movie? The new Brad Pitt movie. Have y'all saw it yet?
I actually have. I did a review on it. I did.
Oh, was it good?
No, I didn't see that one.
It was good. Okay.
I had one like, little quibble about it, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But yeah, overall it was good.
I like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, he is a good actor. He's a good actor. I'm starting not to like him as a person, but he seemed to be a pretty good actor. Yes, he is, definitely. Okay, so here's go ahead, Quiet Summer. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So here's what the blind item says. This is the girlfriend of this permanent A-list actor is glued to his arm. This press run and red carpets around the world are what she considers a payback. She always thought her career would take off being associated with him, but it hasn't. So she only got with him to hike her career, but it's not happening. I don't blame her. I mean, he is 61. No offense, Jamal. I don't know if you have a girlfriend who's
no. I mean, if I was 61, I could deal with the 31-year-old. I mean, why not?
Oh, look at him. Okay.
Just like, I mean, there's lots of women doing the same thing, and I got turned out by overweight older. So,
really? Okay.
That's everybody's doing that.
Well, yeah, if you look good, I mean, Brad Pitt is not a bad-looking man. He probably more than likely could, not to mention he's Brad Pitt, can get a 31-year-old. So, your age now, what is the youngest you will go?
Well, I'm 22, and me personally, because I am, I don't want, I wouldn't want somebody below the age of 26 or 27. And, I need a woman that is knowledgeable and, can help me out too with my flaws. And, so I'm not one to try to, I'm the man here and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm a different kind of character. So I don't know if I'm a good example, but yeah, I'm down to deal with younger women. At the same time, I'm not too much younger. If I was rich, I want somebody who's smart and can help me fight the powers that be. And you can't do that with some dumb young chick. Even if the chick is gold digging, if you guys make an agreement, okay, you do this
you
now.
Really can't.
I do this and this for you, then boom, you're done. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think women make a bigger deal than that than it really is. Than it really should be. But having said that, on a personal note, no, because I want to be able to talk about stuff and say, man, remember the 90s and 2000s with that, and you can't do that with them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we can pretty much conclude
but
that.
You have
Go ahead, Quiet Storm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you have to consider the fact that, when a woman gets into a relationship with a man, regardless to whether or not he's, well known or not, like she's going to eventually give up a lot more, considerably a lot more than he does. So I can kind of see where this woman is kind of coming from. Like, shit, mama, you older, you still kind of cute.
How is a woman giving up a lot more when you're dealing with a rich guy? That doesn't make sense.
Well, her youth.
But I want to kind of get my career off the ground too. But it's so he gets with somebody who's already established. and he ends up making it. But when it's the opposite, it doesn't happen all the time, you know?
Right. Absolutely. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Okay, so this young lady here, as you say, is about to say right here, the permanent A-list actor finally out the game his girlfriend is playing, and she is gone right after he finished doing the press for this movie. So he knew that she was only. What the hell does he think that she's with him for? I mean,
right? Like you might as well help her out.
I know. I mean, goddamn. I mean, no French.
Well, remember, he's Brad Pitt. His self-awareness is not there. I mean, to be fair, when Angelina Jolie starts matching a younger man and the same thing happens, what are y'all gonna say? What you thought? You ain't that no more.
I know, right?
Honestly, I would say I honestly wouldn't care, because I'm thinking, like, you know, the only thing that could come through my mind is like, okay, you go, girl, because of the way he treated her. Because I mean, let's be honest, he beat the brakes off her on that damn plane. Now, come on, we all know that. Even his own kid outed him and said so.
Yep. That's
so my whole thing is, if she does get with somebody younger, good for her.
Good.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it either way it goes. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if men and women is equal, men as women is equal. So if she's 61 and got a whole bunch of money and gets with a younger dude, and she gets played and says, "Dang, I thought this younger dude actually really liked me for me," it's the same energy, right? But because they're so used to being just the hottest people in the world, that it's like when Beyonce turned 60 and she decided to dump Jay-Z, right?
That's not happening.
At the end of the day, nobody lacks self-awareness other than people who are celebrities or people who used to be hot. If they were average-looking people, not only would they not be that to this person not be naive, they know who to get. Like, you got to know the right one. Right. You know what I mean? If somebody's if you go, okay, fine, somebody's with you for resources, you're with them for whatever. You got to come to some kind of agreement, some kind of plan. There has to be some kind of common. It's not like y'all can't get along. It's not like you guys don't have agreements with each other about, you know, philosophical. Like, if you guys have something going on there, then, you know, you do what you do. You know what I mean? Maybe it's for business reasons. And if it works out, then it works out. You see what I'm saying? If it don't, then it don't. But to go and start having goofy ass expectations or start trying to now make it seem like it's something different. Like, when you're in that kind of world, like, regular people, they can't relate to rich. They live in a whole nother world with a whole nother set of values. So
that's true.
That's why I think women, especially black women, look crazy saying no, but see, she's the one. No. These people are rich, okay? Rich and rich is the same. You know what I mean? That transcends race. That transcends age, right? If you're Kylie Jenner and you get taken advantage by a man that's slightly older than you, nah, bro, it's your fault. Okay, you're the bigger party. You're the one. If Kenneth Petty take advantage of Nicki Minaj, if Ken do Eisen, that's their fault. You're the queen. You're the queen of this shit. You're supposed to be a leader of this generation, and you that goofy. Nobody would have any sympathy for a man in your position. What we supposed to have? We grew up off you. We were raised off you too, and you're this goofy. So no. Sometimes you got to learn. You know what I mean? So I don't care about, you know. I think Brad Pitt is goofy for having expectations that he knows are unrealistic. Why would he? When he was 31, if he smashed a 60-year-old woman, what would his purpose be?
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, he knew, but he's like, I think he knew what this girl was about. You think she's with you because of physical reasons? She's 31. She can find a man her age. They can don't get me started on that. The point is, it wasn't because of that. Clearly, he knows. Like you said, he's been in this world, and I keep telling people, celebrity idea of normalcy or normality is definitely different from what we consider normal. So they are in a whole different. It took me actually racing to finally realize that Beyonce has been on stage performing since she was a kid. So her idea of being normal is drastically different what we consider normal. Her normal is not our normal. She's up there with Michael Jackson when it comes to being normal. So I believe that you would think Brad Pitt, after all these years, like you said, 31. If you would have got with someone in their 60s, you would know this woman is not with me because of physical reasons. She's 31 and she's beautiful. Don't make me laugh, okay? Just know. It's obvious because she wanted a career high. She's a potential actress. She's trying to move up. And for him to be like, I'm 86 and her, kicking her to the curb because she's a gold digger, is ridiculous on his part. But you know what? Whatever. I'm sure he'll find another young, dumb, stupid girl who'll be willing to walk the red carpet with him. And he'll probably dump her too. And it'd be another situation. Like, what's his name is? Who was a bachelor for a long time. Who's not married to that lawyer. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
I like that, and he was a heartthrob too for every. When I moved there, every white girl in the world thought that he made every white girl melt in the world. I don't know what's going on with him now though.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I could not see it. I could not understand like the hype behind that. Like, what in the hell do they find so appealing about this guy? I mean, he's a damn good actor. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but to have all of this, like, you know, them fawning all over him. Like, I remember they had magazines dedicated to his life and things like that. And I was like, I just don't see it. I genuinely don't.
I mean, he was a super sex symbol in the 90s. Him and Brad Pitt, they were the premier guys, like, you know, and Will Smith.
Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Speaking from a woman who loves a love story. I love me a love story. I love a beautiful couple, authentic couple, because I can tell fake from a mile away. But I love a beautiful love story. Meghan and Harry and all the people, yes. No, they were pawning over Leonardo DiCaprio, especially it got heightened because of Titanic.
They did. They absolutely did, yeah.
Yeah. It's up to the next, another stratosphere.
Exactly. That was the perfect love story. I want a man to capture me and save me. I want that too. Oh my God, she's perfect. It makes all of the love storybooks that we grew up reading become reality. And that's what they thought he is. Someone still think of him that way, despite him showing that he's drastically different from that character. But,
yeah, very different.
Stupid does. Okay,
because as soon as they hit 25 or 27, he's dumped them and went on to the next.
And he's still dating these models thinking they with him because they, you know, man, please, they're only with you because the same reason as I am.
They're a joke.
Exactly. You need to get someone with, you know, I don't even think you can handle anyone his age. No offense, Jamal. I'm just saying, speaking facts from a woman's perspective, but I'm just saying. But
women always say that. Women always say that. If you tell me right now, you'd be gone. But you'd be gone. Just like if Madonna called me, I'd be gone. But I don't find her appealing no more. But if she calls me right now, I'd be gone.
I know. I'm just playing with you. Okay, so Brad Pitt. Once is not enough for our A-lister. Brad Pitt is known for going under the knife. Brad Pitt, at least when it comes to faceless, our guy secretly underwent a self-lift late last year with a top New York-based plastic surgeon. Yeah, this plastic surgeon is literally the top. I'm talking about Kylie Jenner, and you know how they face looking dramatically different. This is who's doing this. This Stephen Levine person. Now, the doc is currently making headlines for his recent work on another A-list celeb, Kris Jenner, who is seriously got so many plastic surgeries, I don't even think she can keep count, who suddenly looks decades younger. Our guy now wishes he opted for a more drastic procedure like the recent celebrity patient, and is trying to persuade the doctors to perform a revision facelift, like a complete facelift, to make him go back 30 years ASAP. Even though it's usually recommended patients wait at least 12 months before undergoing a second lift, but he said, no, I want it done now, right now. Our guy is quite vain, however, and he's strong-arming the surgeon to do it sooner. So if he down the freaking table,
we know why.
That's why, because he couldn't wait. Like Joan Rivers, may she rest in peace. Although her death was kind of suspicious, but we just say she was not waiting her due turn either for her plastic surgery.
Oh, she got around.
Huh?
So she got around. She definitely got around. There's a reason she knew so much information.
Oh yeah. Joan Rivers. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it seems like Brad Pitt to me is just, he's making crackhead moves at this point, because who keeps going back to back for, you know, and no matter what you do to your face, no matter what, like that's not going to cure any of what's going on the inside, because he is a heavy drinker. or at least he
Yeah.
was. He probably went to a different drug, but he's still kind of, some interviews that he does, he still kind of, you know, comes across a little inebriated to me.
Does he still be drinking people under the table? He has been told that he went to rehab. I never heard him going to rehab. Have y'all?
Yeah, I remember he did talk about going to rehab as soon as Angelina broke up with him. He was doing all these weird magazine covers, him looking like an old sad dog, and he was just looking miserable and very pitiful. But we already knew, like, yeah, you're an abusive alcoholic, so you're trying to get like sympathy points.
Basically.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is on a whole nother world by his goddamn self. You know what?
He sure is.
I mean, so is Angelina Jolie. Let's not act like she's a total victim. I mean, she's elite too. John Voight and all these guys are big time Masons. They're related to the Obamas and Bush. So let's not sit here and act like who knows what kind of MK whatever is going on behind the scenes, whatever programming is happening behind the scenes. Okay, this is the script. Your script's over. Now it's this. You know what I mean? It could be self-destruct. You never know when you're dealing with these kind of people. You can't take nothing at face value. You got to be like the police.
Well, yes, definitely. I mean, yes, Angelina Jolie definitely had a past, and I did a few videos about her. Absolutely. Yeah, but she's grown substantially since then. Some people like Brad Pitt apparently don't know what the hell that means.
He can't even bathe on a regular with his old silly self.
Okay. No offense to my brothers out there, but anyway. All right, so we're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion, who is a co-Aquarius, who you already know how I feel about her already, but she's dating another Aquarius, Klay Thompson. Yes, they both are Aquarius people. Yes, that is definitely true.
Okay.
So, as you have heard, 30-year-old Megan Thee Stallion and 35-year-old Klay Thompson just went public with their relationship, and it's giving power to the couple's energy. Here is the full scope. Okay. Now, it has been confirmed Megan and Klay made their relationship official in July 2025 after fans spotted Klay in the background of one of Megan's Instagram poolside photos of her being half naked, I'm sure. And then Klay, because she's always half naked. I mean, the girl shows a body. Yeah, she's a nudist.
Well, to be fair, if I looked like her, I'd be naked every day. So, yeah, I understand.
No.
Yeah, she was good. I love the way she moves, too. I just can't stand her. She's talented, but I just think she's just ugh, if selling your soul was a person.
Jamal, for real? I would think you'd be like all the rest of the men. Hard on for Miss Megan, who's popping and locking, twerking and perking, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm on Nicki Minaj's side. I love me some Barty. And I would smash Megan in a second. But I would never wife that. Like, look at what kind of person she is. Just look at her energy. Like, I just can't stand her energy. Like,
wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you would smash Megan, but you would wife up Nicki if she gave you the chance? Are you serious?
Would I wife up Nicki if she gave me the chance? Okay. Again, I don't like Nicki's attitude either. But
that is crazy.
But I mean, I would have much more respect for her if she's fighting against the powers that. Like, I pay attention to that stuff. Megan is just, I just cannot stand Megan. She seems extremely disingenuous, power thirsty, a social climber, and she's gonna get what's come. Rock Nation's gonna do her dirty too. And I don't think this relationship is all that honest. And I don't see Klay Thompson, because remember, these athletes, we already know how they stay, and so we hear them talk, and yeah, that relationship is not no. And Megan can't be in no long-term relationship, especially not at this stage. She's on top of the world.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that part. Absolutely. So, they launched their little relationship with that sweet photo of him embracing, Megan, captioned Sweet Belle's, Sweet Belle's son, a little palm tree and a little coconut, whatever. A nod to their Bahamas vacation. They're going to the Bahamas together. The red carpet debut. The couples appeared together at Megan's inaugural Pitt and Thomas Foundation Gala, as you see there, in New York City on July. Yeah. Now, Megan, she wore a black halter. This is the most civilized I've seen her thus far. Normally, she's half naked, showing something on the red carpet. So for her to be ran somewhat a civilized dress. I was applauding her, like, this is what I like for her to be in. You know, be a look sexy. You can be sexy and not be nude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that is true.
Megan wore a black halter gown. Klay rocked the classic tux. They shared smiles, admiration, and even a peck on the lips. What they said, Megan, she said, it was such a meet cute. It was like a fucking movie. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. He's the nicest person I've ever met in my life. That's what she said. What else did she say? And Klay was like, Megan. Now, here's the difference between, you see what I just said that Megan said. Now, here's what Klay said. It'll tell you who is on the level of some kind of decorum and intelligence. This is what he said. Megan is such a special person. I'm honored to be by her side. She inspires so many and gives back in incredible ways. What is the difference in what the hell I just said? Yeah. Tell you the level of maturity. You are right, Jamal, this is not going to work. This is going to be some clashing. For one, they're both Aquarius, so it's going to be clashing all fucking ready. Okay? Two, Megan is on her ghetto ratchet phase or something. And, you know, she needs to get with a ghetto ratchet person. You know, like, who's ghetto ratchet out there nowadays who's single? I don't know, but what are the people? So,
Sexy Red.
Nobody would be on a high enough level.
Huh?
For a man, nobody would be on a high enough level. Because if Dirk was free right now, he wouldn't get with it. A little baby's not going to want to wipe that. So the only guys who are ghetto who are on that level, Offset, I don't think he got no more money left.
He can come up off her. He can come up off.
So she needs some ball players, you know, and she's, you know, a big, tall, He-Man looking woman, which, again, I don't mind.
I cannot believe you saying that. Ain't no way in hell you just said that about a woman. A He-Man looking woman just because she's 6 feet tall? Come on now.
I mean, again, I love those type of women, but we gotta call a spade, right? Because
not if it's black.
Not if it's black. But I mean,
you crazy.
I'm just saying. Why do you think the ball players are not gonna? And keep in mind, I don't want to hate on Klay Thompson's relationship, but Klay is near the end of his career, and when he was out there playing with Steph Curry, you know, I didn't really notice him wiping up no rap chicks. He might have hit a couple of them, but you know, whoever he's in a relationship, it was on the low. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Klay is near the end of his career.
Not for nothing, you know, I will say, in all honesty, I do feel like this relationship is and could be manufactured. I really do. He doesn't really seem like the type of guy that she would go for necessarily. She looks like the type of woman that would, you know, she would go for the guy who is a hood booger, if you will. Like, for real, just being honest, you know? And maybe this is their way of trying to like clean up her image a bit more. I kind of like see her doing more like serious minded music and a lot less ratchet stuff. I think they're trying to push her into a different like arena.
Jay-Z is ratchet.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think too, and I think she understands that. And not to mention, because she's got so many eyes and she's such a megastar, that Sexy Red is going to fall by the wayside. But she's CIA anyway. But
really, you think so?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you guys never heard that?
What?
No.
Go watch the show Truth Is and go look that up. Sexy Red is CIA. I mean, me being from Chicago, she was all over Duck. And then when he gets killed, then she's all over Dirk. And like, I just feel like he's smashed every single drill rapper that's anybody. So I don't know. I think they put her there for some kind of agenda, but you know, naming all these lip glosses after STDs, but whatever, right? So, but putting that to the side, with Megan, what other choice does she have, right? There's not a lot of options. The rap game is crumbling. These rap dudes is broke. Drug dealers and gangsters aren't what they used to be. She can't do gangsters no more because she's a snitch. She already, you know, with the situation with Jay Prince.
Drake.
So where's she gonna go?
Drake
does not want to wipe up Megan's stuff. I don't know what's wrong with Drake. Yeah, I don't know what is up with him. I wish I could pimp off Drake, to be honest with you.
Drake
I really wish I
Drake
I
just,
wish I could
just put on his curlers and come out the closet for real.
and he's
I
like,
mean, dead ass. I mean, he really do. Like, he don't come across what man you know continuously goes after women, argues with women, wants to fight with a woman. He don't have that same energy for Kendrick because he know Kendrick gonna ball him up.
Wait a minute now. To be fair, show me, unlike J. Cole, show me one major rap beef or struggle that Drake has dodged. This man has fought and defended his crime, so we're not going to do that. This guy has went up against the
And I commend him for that. I commend him for that. But the fact that he is being delusional about the fact that he lost, that's the part I don't respect. And not only that, but you're gonna sue, you're gonna be a Karen, you're gonna sue for like, oh, he called me this. And that's not what's needed. That's not what you're supposed to do in a rap beef,
Well, I agree,
bro.
but the rap industry is corrupt, and I do think Lucian Grange is the real co-conspirator in that. Lucian Grange and Jay-Z definitely put a battery in Kendrick's bag. Lucian Grange don't want to pay Drake.
It really
and
didn't
Jay-Z,
take that much, to be honest with you.
And Jay-Z been trying to use. Jay-Z's scared to go at Drake directly, so Kendrick been wanting to get at Drake. That's one thing about Kendrick. He doesn't dodge. He doesn't duck no fade. But when I love Kendrick, I'm a West Coast guy. I'm a Toronto guy too. Huh? You said we saw what?
Okay. I love Kendrick, so you get no argument from me.
But Drake is like our guy. He's, I consider him at worst, he's the second best Canadian artist in music history. I'd say first to Celine Dion. I'm not comfortable to put him above her. But but shout out Deborah Cox and Julie Black. But yeah, like so. But as far as just to wrap that part up, I think Drake is just, when it comes to these females, he clearly had number one. And I hate to diss my little brother and my youngest son, but be careful with Scorpio males. Okay, be careful with Scorpio males. Scorpio males. Be careful. Expect the unexpected with them. They are definitely different kind of characters. Don't pay attention. Dark skin, light skin. They all have their inner Karen and their inner diva. All of them.
And they're vindictive as hell too. Even if you didn't do anything to really offend them, they see you as their permanent enemy, and they want to keep on attacking.
I feel bad because guess
what? They can't make themselves happy.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I found out. I'm Aquarius, but I'm also a Moon Virgo, and I put it on my post. And you go ahead and hate me for saying it because y'all just got the ridiculed. And I'm a rising Scorpio.
Girl,
I love Scorpio women.
They're crickets.
Well, no wonder I like you, because my Venus is in Scorpio, so that makes sense.
Okay. But I'm nothing like the people you guys just described. I'm just going to put that wrong out there. I'm nothing.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But if I see someone has wronged me like completely, I am vengeance like that, as you see here.
Yeah.
So that's just speaks highly for what I am. But anyway.
True. No wonder Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let me finish saying this right quick. So, Megan, of course, Houston, and Klay now with Dallas Mavericks are being dubbed the Lone Star State's newest power couple. And primarily because Yarn is Aquarius and they both Aquarius. So that cosmic energy is going to heighten their fame even more because of their signs. Now, the legacy and healing, Megan Gala honored her late parents and raised over $1.2 million for underserved communities. Good for her. She said, I feel like my mama so happy. I feel like they're super proud, as she said.
I wish her absolutely the best. But, if I'm being honest, with all of this stuff that's coming out now, because this is a whole domino effect going back to Diddy. And then eventually it's going to get to Jay-Z. And this is going to be a prediction. And if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. But I kind of feel like they're going to set Megan up for a racketeering charge. I don't know why I feel that way.
Can you repeat that? Because you broke up a little bit.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope to God I'm wrong, because I really do like Megan.
You broke up, Tom.
I said that I feel like given what's going on right now, with the whole Diddy thing and the whole Jay-Z thing. I really feel like eventually, somewhere down the line, they're going to set Megan up for a racketeering charge.
You do hear a lot of nasty stuff.
I really do.
Yeah. You do hear
Well, they're setting Megan up. And I feel like Beyonce is going to backdoor Megan.
You
do?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And because Beyonce has not even acknowledged Megan, except for when it benefits her. Beyonce showed her no support, in spite of the fact that Megan's steadily trying to dig in Beyonce's garbage.
You know why? You know why, Jamal? I mean, here's the thing with that, and I know you guys are tired of me talking about this, but I think you guys need to really take this serious. Okay, first of all, and this is some cosmic energy. I don't even know why. I'm speaking from personal experience. Megan being an Aquarius, and Jay-Z being a Sagittarius. I don't know why Sagittarius, and not talking about you, cards, sir. I love you, girl, but I don't know why Sagittarius are automatically connected or drawn into Aquarius, but they make such cosmic, connections on a whole nother level. And those are facts. If you ask anybody who's in astrology, they will put Aquarius with Sagittarius or Gemini or any of those people. Seriously. So I think they probably cosmically in sync. And I don't know, Virgo and Sagittarius, you would never put them together. So I don't know how they're able to be cohesive together. Jay-Z and Beyonce, I'm still trying to figure that out to this goddamn day, because since she was only 19 years old and he was in his 30s, need enough said. But I think that she sees this connection and she is not liking it. Do I think they slept with one another? If they did, she's not. Yeah. Megan is not going to say shit. And Jay-Z is not going to say shit either.
She ain't gonna say nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Show nothing. She know what side of her bread is buttered.
Yeah, she's not going to say shit, but I guarantee they did something. I guarantee she.
Yeah, I didn't think so too. Because Megan's just the type that she wants to get ahead. And Jay is a slimy dude. And like I said, he's going to do Megan wrong, and Beyonce is going to backdoor her. And I think that's the trouble that you say. My daughter's an Aquarius. I'm a Capricorn. So I have no reason to hate on an Aquarius female. Me and my daughter are best friends. But, the really beautiful young lady in the picture. But
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I think that, and my daughter's a leader. She doesn't go and butt kiss, people who are bigger. If anything, she tries to battle them. Megan, I just said this. She just seems really disingenuous. And Klay, I'll be honest with you. If you're not one of his teammates or something like that, I get the feeling he's kind of disingenuous too.
Wow.
You gotta trust these tall, light-skinned dudes whose dad played in the NBA and now they play in the NBA, and you gotta you've been in California. He's had a very, very good life. I don't know, and he has made a lot of money. I'm not sure how high his talent is for anything that Megan may ever go through. So that might be the reason why Megan needs to do. She needs at least a dude who can handle the rough and tumble of life in the industry. A lot of these people
deal with Megan and her little crazy. Please, I don't think so. No, hell no. I'm sorry. She gonna be in that relationship just like Jennifer Lopez. I'm gonna go ahead and put that shit on out there. That's exactly.
Yep.
Kiki is definitely coming in effect here. Now let me just move forward here. Oh, don't forget they're both Aquarius. And let me say that because I need to read the rest of the script here. And they add a whole lot of blah blah blah. So here's the deal here. With these two individuals here, okay, this is a serious PR stunt. That's all it is. I don't know why they need PR stunt right now. She needs distraction from this free tour. Yes, Precious. Yes, free tour. Definitely, absolutely agree with you.
On his end, I could tell you why.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Because remember, the Cooper Flag, they traded Luka Doncic from Dallas, right? And now they got Cooper Flag, who's the #1 draft pick. Klay Thompson was in Golden State. This might be his last contract. So therefore, a lot of attention is going to be on Dallas. Therefore, this is a perfect time for Klay to get himself into that kind of relationship. So that's something else that you should be having.
So you can get some sponsorships, like the whole Taylor Swift situation. You get some sponsorships and shit like that. Yeah.
He's a Travis Kelce, definitely.
Yeah, he can. I know. I see that coming right now. And Megan is going to be down for it either because she can use the distraction too. So this is more than like, oh, we don't end up like another Beyonce and Jay-Z situation. But who knows?
And is so loyal to Klay Thompson.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, while we're on the subject of Taylor Swift, could you like, if you can find the time, like, can you do some research on the fact that they found like bones, like at least 13 bones and body parts on her like property?
Yes, I do that on my next live show, but I heard about that. Oh my gosh. And I was going to do a story, but
I
Taylor
never heard
Swift
that.
went the wrong way. Oh,
Bruh,
yes.
I swear to God, I feel like Taylor's a damn serial killer. Like low key, I really do. I really do.
She's not a serial killer. But
Well, Keisha had me thinking that about Selena Gomez
For real?
with the Kanika Jenkins.
Wow. Okay. I ain't never. Well, yeah. Okay. Kanika Jenkins.
Stop bringing up old stuff.
All right. I go away to the classic. That was a classic.
But
All right, go ahead.
No, I love you for that, but still, seriously, he's basically saying when I go deep diving, I go deep diving, and I'm gonna do some deep diving on that. Okay, here's a video with Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion giving a brief survey of their PR relationship, because that's exactly what the fuck it is.
No wonder Megan Thee Stallion is so loyal to Klay Thompson. He won her heart with 3 things. Recently, Megan was spotted dating NBA star Klay Thompson. Notably, Megan seemed very shy and wouldn't even look directly at the camera, totally unlike the fierce queen she is on stage. It turns out, Klay did 3 things that changed her. Klay respects all of Megan's hobbies. He bought her 2 boxes of Labubu blind boxes, and while unboxing, he let her sit on his lap and occasionally fixed her hair so it wouldn't block her view. Moreover, Klay is very protective of Megan. He always holds her hand in public and insists on walking ahead of her, blocking all the flashes until she's safely in the car before leaving. That's why Megan feels comfortable being vulnerable around Klay. He always prepares everything for her in advance, even things she doesn't notice herself. Most importantly, Klay is very wealthy, with a net worth of $140 million and an annual salary of $32 million. During his career, he's won 4 championship rings. He often surprises Megan, sometimes with Hermes bags she loves or precious necklaces she wants. Do you support this couple?
Lord have mercy. That's okay.
What kind of goofy fanboy made this?
I know, for real. Who did this?
This is people I was telling you, trying to give you an example how this cosmic energy of this new age is in just seriously blowing its couple out of proportion because of this cosmic energy of their signs, even though it's not going to go anywhere. But if the public keep hyping this couple up the way it is and they're saying that it's a positive attribute to their limelight, they are going to stay together because they're going to see it's more of a brand than actual love. So then there'd be another, Beyonce and Jay-Z situation or something, or Taylor Swift and her weird freaking relationship with that dude. So it'll be definitely something along those lines. And that's what I'm seeing, even though Megan don't seem like she ready to, I'm sorry, just no. I'm not a huge fan of Megan. I'm going to be real with you. She give me some serious fake vibes. I'm sorry. I just can't. Just can't.
She wants to be everybody's friend. And anybody who's wants to be everybody's friend is really a friend to no one, truth be told.
Yeah. She's not authentic. She's what you said, Jamal. She's just out here trying to get ahead and, stepping on any toes that she needs to step on to get ahead. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Nicki Minaj and SZA, who are currently feuding. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be real with you. I'm on Nicki Minaj's side when it comes to the whole Jay-Z situation and blacklisting her and all that stuff. I am. But other situations, I think she's just doing too much. But Nicki Minaj and SZA are feuding. As you all know, Nicki Minaj, who is a Sagittarius, representing elements of the past age of Pisces, right along with Virgo and Gemini. But here's the thing, she has been very combative with this transition in the old age signs. Not all of them are going to be combative, especially if they weren't authentic in the first place. They're going to come back with combativeness and aggression. Now, like you see Trump doing at the current moment. So although some elements, I do agree with such beef, as I stated, with Jay-Z and so on. However, I don't know about this beef with SZA, who is a Scorpio, who is affiliated with Jay-Z. I believe, just check out these videos.
Nicki Minaj and SZA yesterday traded some words on X. Nicki Minaj, at first she was tweeting about one of the TDE execs, Punch, who used to work with SZA. She basically felt like some of the tweets that he was tweeting while he was promoting a song were indirect shots at her. So she began then tweeting at him, and then SZA tweets, not at Nicki Minaj, but she tweets randomly, Mercury retrograde, don't take the bait, laugh out loud, silly goose. So Nicki Minaj sees this and she responds directly to SZA, and she tells SZA to go draw her freckles back on Buki. So SZA responded and she says, I don't give a F about none of the weird stuff that you're popping. Nicki Minaj then she started to go off.
Let SZA find you somebody to motherfucking play with, SZA. And I don't surgical shame or body shame. I don't even do that. But I don't know if you fat, obese, chubby, or skinny. This was before or after Freckles and Bumbleina came out. However, you took to your Twitter during those times to downgrade and downplay the top Black women in their respective fields at the time to the women who you later worked with. So I guess they weren't that bad after all, huh?
And in 2011, I seen, did SZA put out some tweets against Rihanna and some other people?
Well, according to, there's a Nicki Minaj fan that tweeted some old tweets that Nicki Minaj then retweeted. And these tweets talked about Beyonce, it talked about Rihanna, Sierra, also Nicki Minaj in response to Iggy Azalea. Now, these are alleged old tweets from SZA that Nicki then retweeted.
SZA wasn't SZA in 2011.
So Nicki Minaj gets into that as well, too.
You were just one of the kids that couldn't get in the crowd, the in crowd, huh? You went and started drawing freckles on your motherfucking face. These bots done got to your motherfucking heads, I see. I don't even know who is a motherfucking superstar icon anymore, huh, Mizza? Mizza, you're not an icon. You are a yodeling fool who needs auto-tune, who done dissed every female entertainer based off of, the screenshots. Honestly, I hate having to speak like this to women.
No, you don't.
On our way to icon status. So, I mean, her trajectory is just going up second up.
SZA basically said, look, I'm done with all this. Like, I didn't directly tweet at anybody. I was tweeting about something from a show. She came at me, so of course I'm mad now and I responded, but I'm off this. She said, I'm going to go be meek and silent. People thought that was like a low-key shot too. But
they don't know. They think the word meek means
baby meek milk.
How do y'all consume this all?
So yeah, and I'm trying to find the artist's name because Punch also had tweeted out the actual video after he tweeted Broken Barbie, that the song he was promoting. Her name is I Am Lyric, and the song is called Broken Barbie. It had nothing to do with Nicki Minaj.
So Nicki's become that 42-year-old rich auntie who don't like nobody. Just show up at the family reunion complaining about everybody here. Listen, some people complain about everything, but never tolerate a single complaint about themselves. I don't even know if these complaints from Nicki are valid because I still don't know what the hell's going on.
So I reached out to Punch from TDE, who I also talked about in the first hour, who was at one point managing SZA. And I asked him, how did we get here? So he said, back in 2020, Nicki Minaj had reached out for a SZA feature on a song. He responded and told Nicki Minaj that SZA was in album mode heavy and that he would get it over to her. And that was it. They never spoke again. Feature didn't happen, but he says he's lost after that as well. So then I followed up and I said, okay, so there was no further issue.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't understand from that. How did we get here? And he says, I'm lost after that. And the song, he verified what I said. The song that he had been tweeting about, Broken Barbies, was a song by an artist that he is working with now, I Am Lyric. So
he's confused.
He's confused as well.
Did you ask Punch why he ain't post the song last night? That was the time to post.
He said he did.
He did.
I know you said that he posted it before, and that's what made Nicki react. But in the midst of everything,
well, it was like,
he should have posted it.
Posted again.
Nicki Minaj posted that she has receipts of being bullied and the retaliation that she's alleging. So maybe now we'll see her side of it because,
there it is.
Wow. And you know the crazy thing? Like SZA is an Aquarius rising just like Nicki is.
You're kidding. That explains so
I
much.
kid you not. I'm looking right at it. I looked it up on Astro Theme. She's a Pisces moon, SZA, an Aquarius rising, and a Scorpio midheaven.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And Nicki is an Aquarius rising with a Virgo moon.
So her and I got a lot in common, kind of.
I guess.
Wow, interesting. I'm gonna be real with you when it comes to these two. Oh, Jamal, he said he got a call from his son. Who is the bully? Nicki. What? Here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you. I am on the fence with both of these young ladies. First of all, I don't know who SZA is. I just know she did a duet on the Super Bowl stage with Kendrick, and that was literally the first time I even heard of her. But anyway, but it seems that from what I've gathered, SZA is kind of no better than Nicki. SZA talked a lot of crap about celebrities through her feed as well.
She did.
So she can't be sitting there acting like, oh my gosh, I'm getting bullied. No, she talked crap too. It's just that her tweets, I guess, didn't get, as spread viral as Nicki has been. Nicki, she just don't go out attacking people out of the blue. Most of the time she do it because they attack her first, or she may have a comment about something and they call it an attack, or whatever the case may be. Not all occasions are like that. Sometimes she do go out and attack people. She might have some shit to say. But the point of the matter is, but most of the time she's retaliating on what she may have heard they say, or correcting what was heard, or whatever the case may be. So it's not like she's going out attacking. Even the Cardi B situation, she didn't even start that Cardi B situation. Cardi B came after her, literally. Cardi B was making little videos and comments about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was dancing to one of Cardi B's songs and thought she was seriously.
But let's go back though to when Nicki was first trying to, come up in the game. Was she not doing the same exact thing to Little Kim?
Well, yes, true. But I don't know how the whole thing got started with Little Kim. I need to go back. I hear Little Kim said that she attacked her first, but then I hear Little Kim said a verse about Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj retaliated, and then it became like a combative back and forth situation. And then I hear the media start pinning them two together and start asking them questions about one another in interviews, and then Nicki Minaj answers, and then Little Kim answers, and then it became a beef that got freaking instigated by the media and their fans. That's what I'm also hearing. So it could just be a seriously misunderstanding and a feud that started with their fans in terms of Nicki Minaj and Little Kim. It could be of various reasons, but I think in this particular situation with SZA and Nicki, we got two people who are literally in so many similarities, as you said, cosmetically.
And they have damn near like
mirror. I know exactly. So this is not going to go away.
Nicki is a Scorpio midheaven too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're better off just going hand and just collaborating together. But here's the thing:
they might as well,
because SZA, and I think isn't she affiliated with Jay-Z? I think she's affiliated with Jay-Z, right?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
She could be because.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's what. Let's see what she has to say. Now, a lot of people are jumping on SZA's side, which I'm not surprised. And there are some people jumping on Nicki's side, but most of them are more than likely jumping on SZA's side.
Right.
Will somebody please take away Nicki Minaj's phone? It's time. It looks like Nicki has just added another person to the long list of people she has beef with, and that's none other than SZA. Earlier today, Nicki posted to Twitter a whole series of tweets about Punch. Now, if you don't know, Punch is the president of TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, which is the label. Y'all know SZA was on that label. Kendrick was on that label. Doechie's currently on that label. Nicki was basically saying in her tweets that she has a ton of proof that he had once bullied her and a ton of other stuff. Well, at some point, SZA goes to Twitter and she tweets the following: Mercury retrograde, ... Don't take the bait, LOL, silly goose. Now, obviously, she didn't at anybody. She didn't at Nicki, but a lot of people assumed that this was about Nicki Minaj. And if you don't know, with astrology, Mercury retrograde is known as a time of
Now I'm starting to see it clearly. So SZA instigated, and Nicki Minaj came at her. SZA didn't have to say anything. She could have just stayed the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
She could just stay out of it and then say, okay, Nicki Minaj just add me to the feud list because Why did you even post that?
Exactly, because it did look like she was throwing rocks and hiding her hands.
I know. And now she's playing a victim. You can't play the victim if you instigate. You shouldn't even said anything. Just shut up, you know?
Right.
But I'm sure, I don't know if this young lady is going to say that because you and I are watching this video together. I don't know if she's going to pick on that.
A lot of conflict and like a lot of misunderstandings. Nicki did not hesitate and she quote retweeted SZA's tweet and she said, "Go dry your freckles back on Buki, liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like a fucking dead dog." And SZA did not hesitate to hit her back with, "I don't give a fuck about none of that weird shit you poppin'," which I think is just hilarious because truly somebody had to say it. Nicki then also tweeted, "Bitch looking and sounded like she got stung by a fucking bee, ... draws on my fake freckles." Of course, Nicki's fans also got involved. They started defending Nicki, in which, you know, one of them called SZA a mutt, and she said calling a black woman a mutt to defend another black woman is so cooked. And in this tweet below, SZA says, "I wasn't even talking about anybody in specific, like she had just gotten off the stage and she was talking about the retrograde, and she said they added me." Anyway, that's all we have for now on this ongoing beef. It's just really sad because Nicki's legacy is unlike anything else, right? Like, there will never be another Nicki Minaj. But she has torpedoed that legacy, especially over the last few years, so much. She has done herself no favors. And I think somebody in her team really needs to tell her, like, babes, it's time to log off. Let's talk about it in the comments, y'all.
I don't know if she's torpedoed her career or anything, but I do think she needs to just learn to let things go and not comment on every little thing that's been said about her. I definitely do think that something she should.
You know what I also think? Like, I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but I feel like it might. The fact that Nicki is with somebody who is terribly toxic and just wasn't good for her. Like, this woman at the top of her game, she could have really have gotten anyone. She could have gotten with anyone. She could have had a child with anyone. She chose this criminal. Mm-hmm. And you see, like, you could see the after effects, because what is it that they say? Like, you could get with a person that could either bring out the best in you or the worst in you. And it's not surprising that, you know, whatever is going on behind the scenes, like, Nicki is crashing out. She's crashing the hell out, like, bad. And it's starting to look like, you know, she's like mentally ill. That's what it's starting to feel like to me. Like, you know how she crashed out and how bad that was after the whole Megan's Law lyric of Megan Thee Stallion's song, Hiss. So if she's crashing out about that for, like, how many days was she doing that? Like 4 or 5 or something like that? Mm-hmm. And then she's crashing out over SZA, and, you know, which really wasn't all that bad, but it, you know, it wasn't like, oh, bitch, at least, you know, I'm not married to a pedophile. It wasn't, you know, it's nothing like that. But she still crashed out and went on a tirade. Like, girl, where's your son at? Like, aren't you supposed to be taking care of him? You're busy online fighting and battling.
Exactly. You know, you make a really valid point. If she's being this retaliatory toward little comments like that, then it definitely shows that she's definitely unhappy behind the scenes, because she has never been to, she's always been combative, but not to this extreme. So it's she needs to learn to just let things go. And it's really odd that she is mixed with those signs and she's this combative, because we are not like that. But I guess when you're I don't know, raised the way she was with her brother. You heard about her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I think she just got some skeletons. She needs to see a therapist, because there's some stuff coming up in this age, and she just don't know what to do with those issues. Now, this lady is going to pretty much break it down, the bigger picture of what's been going on here. Let's see what she has to say.
Okay. Stick to the shit that Nicki Minaj is saying. Y'all are always focused on the wrong elements of her crash outs. What y'all need to be focused on is them 30 million missing streams. That's what y'all need to be focused on.
Boom.
That's why SZA got her ass dragged into it, because SZA is a part of the system. SZA and Dolce, hello, all people part of TDE, lost 30 million streams. Exactly. Associated with the same label lose exactly 30 million streams each. But far.
Yeah.
That's why SZA got her ass motherfucking caught, because she's trying to be shady. She don't want to be implemented in what's clearly going on in the industry. SZA dropped a weak ass
shady ass people at TDE where she could boost the fucking sales on an album. Honestly, the album already did well, but they needed to do better for TDE's sake, right? So that she will have a reason to go on tour with TDE. At the end of the day, something weird is going on in the industry, especially with TDE and the relationship with Rock Nation. Y'all are not paying attention. I don't see how it's connected, but it's all connected. It's literally all connected. The people who are succeeding right now are not succeeding. They're using bots. And who are they using those bots with?
I said that.
Failed albums. So let's be clear. Long of Love, Nate the Stallion, and deluxe version. But we still lie and say they're so successful because the numbers are what? Book Farm. Pay close attention. Because Nicki is really dropping gems right now about what's going on in the industry, and y'all are not hearing her. That's because all y'all be focused out on the crash out. Y'all really don't understand the music business. And that's why nothing she says ever makes sense to y'all. Stay in y'all motherfucking pay grade. Just pay attention. If you can't follow along, be quiet.
Look, I told you, those people are affiliated with Rock Nation. She's not lying about that. And I told you about the bots and mods and all those freaking things. And that Jay-Z definitely used. You see what he's doing in my goddamn channel. So they got me for a whole other subject. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Is there anything you want to say before I sign off and go eat?
Just thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
No problemo. No problemo. I had fun. I had fun with you, Jamar, too, that you signed off. Yeah. But anyway, I'll speak to you guys later. Have a wonderful night.
Take care.
Bye. Yeah.
Here's a brief word from my sponsor. The world's falling apart. Every day, another shocking headline makes you wonder what tomorrow will bring. That's why those who knows what's coming are using today to prepare. I'm talking about getting your family some high-quality emergency food from My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is a nation's leading preparedness company. They've been in business for going on 14 years now, and they've served millions of American families. Now they want to help you by giving you $50 off their popular 4-week emergency food kit. Oh yes, you get 4 weeks of food per person with meals designed to give you more than 2,000 calories a day. By the way, this food stays fresh up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. Other food goes bad first, you know what I mean? So don't wait. Go to Prepare with my link with the truth and claim your 4-week emergency food kit. You'll save $50 per kit if you act now. So prepare with me at preparewithtruth.com. Don't wait. Do it today, y'all.